How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. We are starting our second summer series today, Cabin 6, with the amazing Dual Masters Guide. Kiki does stuff and Hugger Muggard, aka James. I am so very excited. A couple of announcements to get through right out the jump. If you would like to get caught up on any of these, you can head over to the YouTube Longshot. We, during our on season, excuse me. During our on season, I DM 4 weekly streamed campaigns, and over the summer I get to hand those reins over to amazing content creators such as these amazing yahoos you see before us. And I am so very excited. I'm so very excited. If you would like to join our community, you can head over to the Discord. We've got bingo, we've got memes. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome. Yeah, I think that's it for the immediate announcements. Let me throw it over to Kiki and James, who will talk about themselves a little bit, and then we'll popcorn around to the rest of the cast.
Do you want to rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first? All right, best out of one.
Yeah, rock, paper,
one,
scissors.
2, 3.
Immediate chaos.
Okay, one more.
Right. I cede the floor to my beautiful wife.
Oh God, hi, hello, hi everybody. My name is Kiki. I also know by Kiki Does Stuff Online. But I am also the other half of Dual Masters Guide with my lovely partner over here, James. If you've never heard of co-DMing before, well, buddy, we're about to show you what it looks like. So basically how this works is it's going to be myself and James running the game at the same time. Occasionally we'll take turns taking over the narrative. Occasionally we'll be 2 different NPCs interacting with one another. We just kind of go with the flow and see what feels right. Other than that, we are currently playing a game called Grin. You may think, oh, we're playing D&D. We're not. As much as I love D&D, this is time for a change. This series that we're playing doesn't really fit into the confines of D&D. So what we're going to be doing is playing a system called Grin instead, and you play this game with playing cards. We have the rules available in the Discord, so if you're in the Discord, go ahead and head over to the Cabin 6 channel to check them out. Basically, instead of rolling a dice, all of our players will just be pulling cards to see if they succeed or fail, and all of the specifics are in the Discord there. Essentially, the rundown, number card, success. Base card, there's going to be a consequence. Joker, 1 foot in the grave. Ace card, success. Critical success. You want more details, go to the Discord. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my lovely partner, James.
Hey, I'm James, also known as Hugger Muggard on the internet, the other half of Dual Masters Guide. Kiki pretty much explained everything to you already. So there's not too much for me to worry about here, except detailing that this is going to be a very, very spooky summer series. So please, please, please check the content warnings. They will be updated weekly. There is already 2 pages of content warnings for you in the content warnings doc. All of our players, we have checked their consent sheets. Everything that we do has been consented. We will be using safety tools. And we just want to make sure that we're taking care of our players. Please take care of yourselves. If this is too spooky for you, we appreciate your support, but don't force yourself to watch. There are plenty of beautiful summer series this summer with Sir Pfeffer's channel and the Longshot. So please, please, please enjoy what you want to enjoy. But if you like the spooky stuff, boy howdy, do we have a game for you. And with that being said, we've introduced ourselves. How about we popcorn it over to the players? Let's start with Faye.
I knew it. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. I think I'm gonna survive. I think with this on my side, I'll do well.
Faye has been playing with fate the past, 3 days.
That was
I've
bold.
It's like,
so
she flips a coin and
she's
she's like,
me.
she flips a coin and she's like, I'm gonna die. And then she flips a coin the next day and she's like, no, I'm gonna survive. This is great. I'm like, what is happening?
I don't know. So I'm Faye, Gothic Fairy or Gothic Fairy Cosplay Online. You can also find me on Start Playing. If you want me to DM you, shout out.
Yeah.
You can also find me on TikTok or Instagram under that name. And I will be playing Tabitha, who's at this summer camp, and she's very excited and kind of nervous. But everything's going to be fine, so it's all going to work out. I'm going to popcorn it over to Andy.
Why would you do this? No, it's fine. Hey, everybody. I'm Andy, and this is going to be my second campaign with Longshot, and I'm very excited. You can find me mostly as ValveMax010 over on TikTok and other places, but I'm mainly over there doing little goofs and gags about TTRPGs and such. If you want to see me as a player, you can see me in Bayonet, the marvelous series that guy, Sir Pfeffer's DMs. You can also find me over on Mr. Dandy DM's YouTube channel as Brash Briggs in Our Flag Means Doom, or as KSP Dunbar in Star Progeny over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids YouTube channel. But I'm gonna shut up because it's time for Patty to kind of take over the reins. And Patty O'Shaughnessy is a 15-year-old kid. He's coming to camp, and he's not exactly happy about it. So yeah, my stepdad freaking sucks. So I'm gonna give it to let's pass it over to King Smiley.
Okay, cool. Hi, hello, everyone. I'm King Smiley. What's up? You call me King, call me Smiley, call me whatever you want, so long as I like it. I'm very new to this channel. Wonderful to be here. An honor to be here, honestly. I love Theft.
I love you!
Yeah, and I love him.
I send you taxes, my king.
I shall accept them. Today I am playing Elijah, and honestly, you know, I just wanted to pass. This is so bad to want to pass your grade. I know I've been sleeping most of the time, but you know, the classes weren't interesting. I needed to hack the school computer.
Spice it
Who
up.
knows? Who knows what wonders await beyond the firewall? Who are you passing it to, Smiley?
I'll pass it off
That was
to
hard, actually.
Kate.
Hey there, my name is Kate. You can find me at the Cloudy Kate on all social media. You can also call me Cloudy if you like. I am a long time Longshot RPG member, and I am so honored and excited to be back for this summer game, especially with all of the horrors that await. I challenged these two amazing GMs to scare me. Let's see if they can actually do it. I don't think they can.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I love a good challenge.
I will be playing Dior Henryson. I don't know, like, what do you guys want to know about me? I just showed up to camp, I guess, and it's really humid. Oh my god, like my hair is just kind of all over the place. Is there an outlet I can like plug my iron into or something? I don't know. How is my mascara running, guys? For real, you have to tell me my mascara is running. That's like the girl code. Is it like?
It's me with my beard. I have to know if I've got food in my beard. I can't see it.
I don't wear makeup. I don't.
Yeah. Pretty much it.
Popcorn it.
Fef, did you go? You started. Did you go, or did you just go?
Has anyone not gone? Hannah, have you gone? Hannah, you go, and then I'll go.
Hannah! There we go.
Fuck. Well, hi! Hi, my name is Hannah Harper, also known as Hannah Plays D&D everywhere online. I'm an actual play artist, professional dungeon master, social media manager, and TTRPG and D&D content creator. Wow, what a mouthful. You can find me doing cool stuff like DMing at D&D Castle next one, causing chaos on the panic table. You can find me over on Madaloon's channel on Sundays, playing a revenge-bent Dampier. You can find me on a couple other channels, basically causing as much chaos for the Game Master as humanly possible, and I look forward to doing the same here. I'm going to be playing Robbie Lombardi, certified punk kid and taxidermy enthusiast. Fun fact about Robbie is a recent vegan. And the hardest thing that they discovered about being vegan is not giving up cheese, not giving up milk. It's actually giving up Pokemon, because the idea of catching them in the wild and then taking them is not a vegan property. So they're currently going through a DS withdrawal.
Wait, a DS withdrawal?
Oh yeah, because that's the only game they have.
Like
a DS
Pokemon
Lite, a
is it?
3DS, a 2DS. What are we talking?
3DS for sure.
Oh, Pokemon
3DS
X.
XL?
Soul Silver.
Got it. Oh, Soul Silver. Oh my goodness.
That's my shit, dude. I'm gonna pop it over to Fef.
Hi, I'm Pfeffers, and I already kind of talked about me a little bit, but I'm playing Jensen, and Jensen is here, and he's a little shell-shocked due to a couple of harrowing experiences we'll get into, but he likes fire. It's the only thing that seems to kind of perk him up. And that's all I'm gonna give for Jensen for now. He's just very, very spacey. And back over to the Dual Masters Guide. To the Dual Masters.
You know, I'm really feeling like I could go and sit around a campfire. I'm really feeling like canoeing. You know what I'm feeling like we need to go to camp. James, can you take us to camp?
I would love to take you all to camp. So if you will allow me. Perhaps it was on a courtroom TV or a paid advertisement on Facebook when your parents first saw the video. It starts as a drone shot, flying through a bright blue sky, dancing amongst small white clouds. Then it pans over a beautiful foggy mountain ridge covered in a dense canopy of birch and oak. The endless green boughs are broken by the occasional appearance of rocky cliffs and bright red maples. The drone continues on its travels, and sunlight bursts over a glittering surface of a lake, where colorful kayaks and canoes piloted by teenagers paddle around at a leisurely pace. Past the lake, just about a medium distance away, cabins peek out from below the canopy of trees, showing off a picturesque camp with a quaint wooden building and small farm and a bright red barn. The lodge in the middle of the camp sports a clearing with a flagpole on which proudly waves a dark green flag with a bright white logo of a log cabin surmounted by a forest and an arch. A voiceover begins, in a soft and pleasant tone. Parents, guardians, thank you for choosing Volunteer Ranch.
Oh.
We are delighted to be taking your children into care for this, our 60th summer in operation. This camp started once upon a time with our founder's dream of a simple summer camp, and it has become a year-round retreat to give troubled children a chance to be transformed into the good and responsible young adults we all know they can be. We pride ourselves on raising children out of the darkness of their burdens and rebuilding them into the best of our future generations. We have turned the concept of a disciplinary camp onto its head, promoting the ideals of our motto: that which is given is thrice returned. In that spirit, we offer no shortage of camp activities, obstacle courses and hiking, swimming and lake sports, campfires and sing-alongs. But we balance all of our fun and positive engagement of our campers with character-building tasks, like caring for our farm animals, participating in chores, and weekly meetings with a licensed therapy clinician. We promise you, we will instill in your children all the morals and responsibilities they need to forever alter their place in this world. And we will return to you a person so changed by their experience here at Volunteer Ranch that you won't even remember the troubled child you left in our care. Our goal has always been and always will be, raise and rebuild. The video fades to black. The screen is turned off, the laptop closes. Parents and guardians alike pat themselves on the back for making the right choice. The judges shake hands with the defense, proud of their generosity and leniency to the accused. The adults all smile and nod. Because of the choices presented, Volunteer Ranch is the kindest option. The humane option. It's a summer camp, and nothing bad ever happens at summer camp. We'll start our tale, I think, Kiki, on day 3 of move-in week. With a camp as divisive and volatile as Volunteer Ranch, spreading out arrivals does tend to keep things easy. So maybe we focus in on one of the summer's first arrivals. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, I think we're gonna start with one of the very first arrivals, even probably like first 10 here. And they came to camp relatively unwillingly, but not because they were dragged here, because they got in for free. Let's zoom in on a camper called Patty. Andy, would you mind go ahead and describing what Patty looks like and what you're doing?
Yeah, so you're gonna see about a 5'6" chubby kid with kind of like wild orange hair. He's got wearing this like standard sweatband because it's hot as hell here, and he's got this bright orange. It's not the frickin' color. It's yellow, bright yellow backpack. He's carrying a rake, and he's already being told what to do. On his shirt, you see he's got the stupid freaking camp shirt on, and he's got a bunch of these pins on it with like Bigfoot and Cthulhu and like a UFO over here. And honestly, he just doesn't want to be here. He's raking some leaves because the groundskeeper didn't do his job last year, and Sun's really beating him down hard.
Now, Patty, you know that it's about lunchtime, and you've kind of gotten into a routine at this point because you're here technically as both a volunteer and participant in camp. So around lunchtime, you have generally been, for this first week, heading over to the mess hall and gathering up bagged lunches to deliver to other cabins, because during this camp, of course, no one eats lunch in the mess hall. Everyone is responsible for their own bagged lunch to be picked up at their cabin in the morning to take with them to afternoon activities. But during this move-in week, it's way easier to deliver those bags, to the cabins themselves rather than have them in the mess hall. You heading over there? Get your work done?
Absolutely. Shuffling my feet, kicking up dirt every so often. There's a rock. That's a nice rock. I'm gonna kick that. Stub my toe. Fucking shit.
It was a heavier rock than you anticipated. It was actually buried under the ground.
Yeah, no, it was like only the top of it was peeking through.
Yeah.
Really sucks. Wicked hurt.
You approach the mess hall, and it is a large wooden building, aged at this point, despite the flamboyant attempt at painting a picturesque summer camp from close up rather than from a drone shot. This camp is showing its 60 years. There's some wear and tear on the screens of the cabins and on the mess hall windows. There's some scuff marks here and there. Some stains on the wood, from
There's an etching on the side of one of the cabins, like J plus K in a heart.
It has been attempted to be painted over by a groundskeeper at some point in a wooden brown color, but it continues to peek through. Maybe J and K are still here at camp, or it's just become tradition to fuck with the groundskeeper at this point. Funny enough, your grandfather is groundskeeper here this year, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Grandpa Column. He's getting up there in age, so rather than have him do all the work himself, they lassoed me and kind of dragged me here, and in return they don't have to pay for it, because nobody can ever deal with Trent's trust fund. If you mess with Trent's trust fund, all of a sudden everything loses. I'm not going to get into it right now. Anyway, I'm going to go get those lunches.
You approach the mess hall, and you can actually see the doors are wide open at this moment as counselors carry out trays of lunch bags to go deliver to their cabins. Your counselors, busy at the moment somewhere for cabin 6, have not arrived. You've been sent instead. And you see inside the mess hall just the trays of bagged lunches set up on the counter right by the order window, which is the only place food appears out of for this camp, as you have learned. But the trays of bags continue to be pushed out, and in the corner you can even see Grandpa Callum, 70, with curling gray hair and a baseball cap that he always wears. No team on it. It looks like there was a team patch on it once, and he got angry enough at the game that he ripped it off. But
that sounds like Callum.
So Grandpa Callum is currently sweeping up in a corner of the mess hall, has not heard you enter, does not hear well.
Hey there, Gramps.
Eh?
Hey there, Gramps.
Eh?
Hey there, Gramps.
What are you doing?
Getting the lunches, like you told me this morning.
Get the lunches.
I love you. Are you drinking your water? And I'm like walking over to the station to get.
You see that there's a place for a water bottle on his hip, but it's absolutely not there.
Where's your water bottle?
What?
Where is your water bottle?
He just shakes his hand in the air.
Grandpa, you're getting too old for this, man. You gotta
Say
drink your
that,
water.
as you say that, you hear him muttering, "I'm too old for this shit."
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just take your breaks, drink your water, and we're gonna get through this freaking June, July, August shit.
You can easily approach the counter and grab those lunches as your grandfather continues to toddle around with a dustbin on and a broom and just picking up the trash that has accumulated since this morning. Not a lot of trash, a lot of leaves have blown in because the doors have been left open. So this poor groundskeeper is just sweeping up leaves that continue to blow into the building.
Grandpa Column.
He's doing his best, and that's all we can ask for at this time.
Really trying.
We think he is anyway.
Yeah. And I'm gonna grab the lunches, and as I'm about to walk out, I kind of glance over at him one more time, and I'm like, "Old man, you need help?" And I'm like setting down the tray, and I'm like looking for like another broom.
He sees you set down the tray. He's like, "Get the lunches. Oh, found my water bottle."
It's 2 minutes, Gramps. I'm not gonna be here for like a whole 2 hours. Just let me help.
You see, he just kind of like pushes the broom and dustpan he's holding into your hands, and then he like stands in that like grandpa pose where he rubs the back of his head through the hat and like looks around like he's looking for his water bottle.
I point at like a nonchalant corner because I'm like actually very perceptive, and it's sitting over like on the table.
I think
like,
you
"It's over there."
absolutely see the water bottle.
I was scared it was gonna be just like hooked onto the back of his belt.
That probably has been the case before.
It has happened before.
As you do the chore for him really quick, and it takes you about half the time, if not a quarter of the time it would have taken him, he goes off, toddles, gets his water bottle while he has a break, drinks from it. And yeah.
That's good, man. Don't let Bigfoot get you, Gramps. Pick up the tray and go, "Yeah, don't you me."
Have fun. Go have fun.
I would be having fun if I was still in Boston.
Boston.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, as you make your way to deliver these trays to your cabin, you haven't met everyone that's going to be there yet. You don't entirely know everyone that's going to be there yet. But as you're making your way, you happen to be going past the bathroom cabin. In the middle of all of like the housing cabins, there is this one large cabin where there is bathroom stalls in it. And you hear a bit of a ruckus coming from inside. Like something large has fallen. Something that probably should not be in the hands of who it is. And I'm going to pan the camera over to Fef. Can you show us what Jensen looks like and give us a little descriptor of what Jensen's doing in the bathroom to cause a ruckus?
Yeah. Jensen is skin and bones. He is I want to say malnourished, but like very, very paper thin, looks like a breeze could blow him away. Huge unkempt mop of like fluffy blonde hair that he's constantly just like peering through. And kind of a vacant look in his eyes as he is trying to pick up the storage of all the paper towels and toilet paper, trying to put that back in the box. But also you would notice that he's going through the toilet paper, tearing off little squares, folding them up real tight, and then like tucking them away in places and pockets and under the armpit, and even like behind the ear, just constantly grabbing anything flammable and just stashing it away. And he's gonna like not notice Patty as he's trying to put all the stuff back in the heavy box.
Patty is currently on the outside of the cabin, but you hear like the ruckus of something moving around more than just using the restroom. And you hear the very familiar slam of when like you press the toilet or the paper towel dispenser a little bit too hard and you're not anticipating catching it, and it slams down and the plastic just like smashes into the wall.
Nothing.
Okay. I walk inside the cabin and kind of just place the lunches on whatever the closest bunk is, and I promptly like head down because I haven't dealt with this a lot, but I can only assume this is the first in a pattern of other kids breaking stuff that me and my grandpa are going to have to fix.
Yeah.
And so
I feel bad.
I like go to the bathroom and I open up the door and I'm like, hey there.
Hi.
What you got there?
I was just looking for toilet paper. For normal reasons that you would need toilet paper, of course.
So you crapped yourself then?
Yep. It's.
Behind the ears?
I'm just gonna slow crab walk into one of the stalls.
And I like keep talking and like I'm just turning to like face him as he's walking into the stalls. I don't go in after him, but I'm just like, that's a wicked man. You that's rough. Real favor, just clean up after yourself, cause I'm not doing it. All right, and my grandpa's not doing it, and I really prefer
up to like look at him over the door.
Not to. Okay.
I didn't make the mess. I promise. I'll be very careful. Then just behind the door again.
All right.
At about this same time as you hear Jensen go, I didn't make the mess. You hear over the intercom every few like feet, maybe like every 30 feet, there's one of those large poles with the speakerphones on it. And there is one also in the bathroom in case anyone happens to be using it and they weren't able to hear outside. But you hear over the speakerphone, all counselors, please prepare for more. And it kind of sputters out while you're in this space. And I'm going to pan the camera over to slyly in the back corner of the bathroom, Elijah fucking with the speakerphone. Would you mind describing your character for us?
Absolutely. You see this, like, you don't know if they're chubby, skinny, don't know, because they're just wearing a big jacket and they're just like Spider-Man and on the wall, like just holding on, like, okay, I need to get into this. Come on, just open. Need to crack this to open. I need your wires. Get in. And then just pulls from like their pocket some tweezers and just jams it in between the space, like, okay, stay. And then just has like this little tiny rope, just something you would see from arts and crafts or something like that. Twist it to make a U-turn and just kind of hooks the wires and goes like, okay, come on, and just starts pulling. And then starts hearing the ruckus and just kind of turns around and sees.
Elijah, you look over from like standing up on like the bench in one of the shower stalls where the speaker is over, and you look over and you can see Jensen hanging over the other stall. And then if you pan from Jensen, you can see in the doorway Patty.
Hopefully they haven't seen me yet if I just slowly start pulling out these wires.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hey! They told me to repair this.
Oh.
It was...
Oh,
it was
okay.
acting up.
I see.
Yeah. You know...
Where's your tool belt? I got a tool
lost
belt.
it.
Maybe he's
They
new,
gave me
you
a tool
know?
belt.
Maybe
Lost
he's
it.
just starting out.
I'm new.
Yeah.
I'm
too.
just starting.
Yeah.
I've been here 3 days.
So we're all new. Wait, are you new?
Exactly.
You watch as Elijah continues to try and using pipe cleaners, the little arts and craft bendy pipe cleaners, to pull wires outside of the speakerphone, just
can I get one of
barely
those
having
pipe-
broken open the casing.
Can I get one of those pipe cleaners, actually? And I'm just gonna go over and start just like rifling through his stuff a little bit.
This is all incredibly dangerous. I mean, this place is what, like 60, 70 years old, and you're messing with the wiring. of
I know what I'm
room
doing.
above an open water source?
Listen, I've handled enough wires. I've dismantled so many things. I know what I'm doing. I don't have a license, but I know what I'm doing.
What was that?
Licenses.
I know what I'm doing. I know how to handle wires and stuff like that. I know how
Okay.
to.
Okay, names, please.
Frederick.
Tommy.
All right. Take out my notebook. I write down Frederick and Tommy.
He's a fucking cop.
Okay.
What do you do? Who are you?
Yeah, who are you, man?
He's a fucking cop.
Yeah, my name's Patty. Patty
Really,
O'Shaughnessy, and I'm
Okay.
the assistant groundskeeper here. I'm literally in charge of making sure that stuff like this don't happen. And yeah, maybe I am a cop one day.
Okay. Hey, what's that?
I'm not stupid. Clearly, there's nothing over here.
Book it!
I think this is a fantastic time. Are you both going to try and run out past Patty?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would love one card pool from each of you. Let's have our first card pool of the game.
Double
Okay.
jokers.
Please don't pull the
Let's hear
Joker.
it
That'd
for
be
double
terrible.
jokers.
Do I hear a Joker?
We're gonna Joker in the back. Joker in the back.
That'd be a 4.
That's a 4.
That's a
I got a
success for Jensen.
7.
And a
Success.
success for Elijah.
And just to recap, we put it to the side. We have a discard pile.
Yes, you have a discard pile.
Yeah, there's nothing over. Oh shit.
Patty, you turn your head for a moment, and suddenly these two other kids fly out past you through the open doorway and straight out onto the grounds, where Elijah and Jensen, you both sort of run straight into a face that is slightly familiar to you. As it is one of the adult counselors, the one, in fact, who first brought you over to this area to tell you that he was bringing you to Cabin 6. It's, of course, Joey, the male counselor from Cabin 6. He is about 5'11", curly mop of brown hair, freckles all over his face, but looks like he sunburns real easy. And as you two come running out of the bathroom, he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, campers, slow on down. What's got you two in a rush?"
I'm gonna keep running.
Hey, no, wait,
I'm just. I've got
Elijah?
the contraband on me.
what are you doing?
Bear.
A bear.
Yeah,
you
bear.
Can see, you can see Joey is currently like looking over his shoulder at Jensen, who's booking it, and looks back to you. And
That's the right idea. Bear.
Oh,
Opposite direction.
Immediate friendship felt with Elijah. Immediate kinship. We're in it together. Life of crime. No going back.
So, Feppers, just so you know, you have a +1 on the next card pull.
I saw that. I made a note.
Okay, just so you know, you don't pull a card right now, but I just want to make sure you're aware.
Yeah. Thank you.
as Elijah and Jensen run for the hills in differing directions, in a camp crawling with adults looking for children running.
We're looking for runners and track stars. All right, we're
We're
scouts.
booking it.
We're scouts.
I'm just yelling bear.
Patty, you are witness to Joey, this poor young man, maybe 26 at the most, go, "All right," and he pulls a walkie-talkie off of his hip.
Uh-oh.
And you hear him voice into it, "I've got 2 runners from Cabin 6. They're not trying to escape. I think they're just. I'm gonna go after the one. The other went toward security. Just
Shit.
security, be on alert." Just
Damn it. Poor planning on
Get the
my part.
tasers.
Which one? It's not the pyro, is it?
No, I got the pyro.
Ah, shit.
It's the one who breaks
Okay.
stuff.
You lost the one that breaks stuff?
He's running toward you.
All right, I'm on it.
Thank you, Miss Beth.
I would be found digging a hole in the ground and hiding the toilet paper.
Joey's right there.
Yeah,
I love the idea that you booked it to like the back of like another cabin, and you're like, perfect. I've got to hide the goods. Immediately starts digging a hole.
It's like a dog who doesn't understand that the tennis ball will be thrown again.
It's for
Taking my
you.
tennis
No.
ball.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
And as we zoom out on this beautiful scene of two runners, an employee just trying to do his job, and Patty delivering some Lunchables. We zoom out.
We can't afford Lunchables.
Okay, well, lunch bags. I couldn't remember the word for bag. Are you happy?
Yeah.
The Walmart brand of Lunchables.
Yeah, we have the homemade Lunchables.
It's lunch makers.
At least it's not Feastables. That's all I can say. Anyway,
Ooh.
so we zoom in around the bathroom cabin, through the woods a little, and we're going to pass through a window and zoom in on the interior of cabin 6. And now we see here, cabin 6 is a fairly long log cabin. It's built like the others. On one half, we have 4 bunks. This is the girls' half. On one half, we have 4 bunks. That is the boys' half. They separated individual, and in the middle, there's a small little alleyway where there can be a single cot for a counselor should the need arise that one has to stay in the room with you. Well, we're going to go ahead and pivot over to the girls' side for a second and zoom in on one of our campers sitting on their bed. Tabitha, would you mind describing yourself for us and describe what you're doing in the cabin all by yourself?
So Tabitha is sitting, wearing like a tie-dye, like the camp shirt, and has like this short kind of cropped hair that is very choppy, and there's like sections of brown, but you can tell she tried to like do some sort of like bleaching and it turned out bad. So some of it is also it turned out bad, Kate. It turned out but like burned, and so then she tried to like cover it with like some red hair dye, so it's kind of like calico, but it's really bad calico. But she like it, and it's like a little bit kind of poofy from the humidity, and she's got a really round face, and she's like writing in her journal after like taking a little like loop of a walk around the camp and just coming back to the cabin because like she didn't really find anyone to talk to, really.
Tabitha, you've been in this cabin since day 1. You got placed here immediately. Patty's actually been on the other side of the cabin, on the boys' side, but there hasn't been a lot of overlap. He's been helping his grandpa a lot, and it's unfortunately been kind of lonely over here. No other girls have been assigned to cabin 6. So why don't you describe for me, have you decorated your bunk at all yet? You have your pick of the 4 bunk beds in here. There could be 8 whole campers in here, but it's just you.
Bottom bunk? It's all up to you. Your oyster.
She started thinking about how cool it was that there were bunk beds in here, and she immediately really wanted a top bunk, but she didn't know how many people were going to be in this cabin, so she thought that maybe she should take one of the bottom bunks. So she took one of the bottom bunks, and she has like her sleeping bag, but she also has a quilt that like she's had for a couple of years, probably from like a grandparent or something, and that's like on top of the sleeping bag, trying to like make it look as nice as it can. And she has like a little like really rough looking teddy bear, like that one nasty Garfield stuffy, basically like that, like rough. This might be as old as her. But she hasn't really, I think she has like brought along some just scotch tape because she's never been camping before, and she has on her walks gone and found really nice leaves and has taped them just on the top of her bunk, and she's like, oh my god, you'll never believe.
I have to know, has she also picked up some really cool rocks?
God, you know it. You absolutely know it.
Your beautiful bunk aside, as you hear the distant sound of Joey walking by, who you've seen Joey once or twice, although he's usually on the boys' side of the cabin, and you hear him chasing someone, possibly, out the window.
Get back here! Get back here!
Jansen!
Lockwood.
You can't go that way!
I'm not fast either, so I feel like
You're just lanky.
yeah.
Joey is chasing you, but
he's like a ferret.
He doesn't.
Joey has asthma, actually.
Not only are the kids of Cabin 6 the throwaways, so are the counselors.
Speak for yourself.
Now I love him. Damn you.
I want you to know, when I was writing notes about Joey, I wrote, he's kind of hot. Maybe I'm obsessed with him.
Oh no. My poor boy. Anyway. 10-year age gap. Look at that. He's not into it. Going
This
on.
is set in Appalachia.
No.
It's not his cousin.
We could be. We could be
Oh, we're
cousins.
throwing all the shade.
What if we were cousins?
My family is from Appalachia.
I
So
can believe
Hannah,
that
from
we
so
were
we're
Appalachia.
good.
for a while.
We're good.
We're
We
good.
know this.
It's our joke. We're allowed. No. Tabitha, despite the lonely interior of the cabin as the chase fades far away along with the sound of an inhaler, what do you think Tabitha has been doing to fulfill her time in the cabin while she's been alone?
I think she brought a book of like scary stories to tell at the campfire because she's seen movies about camp and she's like, right, this is what you do. I'm gonna be so good at this. And the other half of what she's done with her time is that she brought like half of her stuff was like the stuff you're supposed to bring. The other half was just friendship bracelet making supplies.
How many? How varied? What kind of friendship bracelets?
Some of them are just like very simple, and then as like time goes on, it ends up being like a cuff because she just has so much time that she's like started just like weaving stuff. Like I don't know how many. Like I feel like if there's a craft cabin, like where you do the camping crafts, she might have already tried to sneak in there to get some better beads.
They actually had to like ban you after a point because normally the arts and craft cabin, if you're
I
on
started
good
telling
terms,
the counselors what to do.
yeah, if you're on good terms with the arts and craft, like the arts and crafts cabin is free for you to come in and go. Elijah's currently on a watch list for it, for taking pipe cleaners and a pair of safety scissors.
They pat me down before I leave, and not
Yeah.
for the scissors, it's for the beads.
Yeah, you came in one too many times and left with pockets of just like clanking
I'm like
plastic
jingling
beads.
as I go.
Yeah. And they're like, hey now. But with all that being said, as you're sitting there kind of rereading your stories, you have a plethora of like beads. It's only been 3 days and it's honestly impressive how many you've made.
Yeah.
A pile of them beside
I've
you.
also just been taking notes about like the counselors and the other camp. It's a habit that might have gotten me sent here before. That I'm taking down notes of like not intense notes, just like temperaments, understanding so far of like Joey, nice, and then in tiny letters, parents going through divorce.
I love Tabitha. I love
What
her
a cold
so much.
shot on Joey!
Oh my god. Poor Joey. Needs therapy.
Oh my god.
Speaking of counselors, you hear a brief little knock on the doorway as your other counselor enters. She's about about the same height as Joey, roughly. Maybe one more, one less, depending on what shoes they're wearing at the time. Tall, dark-haired, slick. Kind of. Usually, we'll put it up in either a clip or like a ponytail. Young woman, probably around like 26, somewhere between 26 and 28. Definitely of Native American descent, so she has like kind of a bit of a flatter nose, tan skin. You can still see tan lines from where she's out in the sun a little too much, and should probably put a little more sunscreen on. But she's standing there. Her name is Baron. You've been introduced before, and she's been kind of keeping a quick little eye on you. What's up, Kate?
Baron?
Mm-hmm. Like from the Baronies. I'm just kidding.
My Stark father will hear about this. You've been a very naughty boy. Anyway.
But she kind of knocks in on the doorway and goes, "Oh, is that the one with the girl with the red ribbon? I remember that one."
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
Kind of weird how it ended.
Yeah, there's another one with a guy in the back seat of the car.
And he was never actually there. Yeah.
Upsetting. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being traumatized by those in middle school. Are you reading those for fun or?
Well, I thought I could read them around the campfire or something,
Oh.
or like late night.
Or like scary stories.
Like yeah, because this is sort of like camping is kind of like a sleepover that you can't leave. So I thought, hey, I could read these because
weird way to look at it, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you know what? Let's hear your pitch. And she like sits down on the bunk across from you. She's like, give me like a paragraph. Let's see how good you are at telling. If you want to, you don't have to, of course. Like,
I think I didn't actually think about how I would have to read them out loud. In my brain, for some reason, it was us all reading it at the same time, like looking down the pages. And now that I'm saying that out loud, that's crazy. So I actually need to practice.
Oh, don't practice too hard. It's not like a theater performance. It's just, like be yourself.
Right.
So I see that you have bracelets.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtney at the crafts said that I could weave as much as I want, and if I take it apart again and then bring it back, that's also okay. So I've just been sort of weaving and unweaving, and I've been like keeping the best ones together. So yeah.
She like picks up one of them and says, "Best friends forever." Is this a little bit forward?
Well, it's sort of, if you look at the other ones, there's friends, pals,
nice.
Amigos.
Okay.
Buddies.
I like that you're multicultural with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
very inclusive.
Yeah, and there's a few different ones like that, and then you'll notice there's best buds, and forever friends, and so it's a gradual thing. Like I wouldn't give them all at once, but it would be like hey, here's a new one.
She has a tier list for friendship.
She's like,
close my journal. There's clearly a list of ranked friends.
I'd like to see for 6 months at the best buds tier.
You can tell that this counselor is trying very hard to not outwardly appear a little bit cringed by this, and trying not to be freaked out by how in depth you've gone for people you haven't even met yet. Well, that's really nice. Tabitha, that's really good. Giving physical tributes of affection is one way to get friends. Another way is we can go talk to some people.
Yeah, I've had a few interactions with some of the other cabins, and it seems this is an assumption. It seems like after the one conversation, it seems like maybe some people are avoiding me. And that's fine. But I don't want to force something. So I'm just, like, if they want distance from me, that's obviously fine. And they just, nobody has to be friends with me. Easily. Easily, nobody has to be friends with me.
See, you're saying that, but I have taken counseling courses, so I'm getting the vibe that you do kind of want to have friends while you're here, right?
I would very much love to have some friends.
Okay. Well, that, again, we can do that. We can make that happen. We can't force it to happen, so we can't go back into, like, walking into people's cabins while they're taking a nap. That was a little over the line.
Yeah, Kyle didn't like that. Kyle really didn't like that.
No. And Kyle gets a bit bitey when he doesn't like things. So we have to be mindful of ourselves. Your body is an important part of you that your parents want to see in one piece. So, preferably not with, like, strange. I don't want to say he has rabies, but I wouldn't put it past Kyle to have rabies.
I wasn't, I didn't want to say that the foaming at the mouth wasn't normal. So I
was
just
hoping
kind of
he was just
closed the
excited.
door.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping too. But then I just closed the door and left, which I think is what he wanted anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't we, and she, like, comes over and she sits beside you. Why don't we go ahead and we can put this scary stories to tell in the dark over to the side for now, because you know what? It's not dark yet. We can't tell these stories yet. She, like, puts it over to the other side. And why don't we close the notebook? We can leave this here. If you start taking notes in front of people about the things they're insecure about, they're not going to want to hang around much. Okay?
Right.
It's not that it's a bad thing. I love that you're observant. That's absolutely wonderful. Yes.
Do you have maybe what's an opener? What's something that I can talk to a person? Like, what do I ask them about them?
Well, normally if you're at a camp, it's usually like, oh, hey, where are you from? What brought you here? But most people kind of come here without wanting to the first time. You are an outlier, which, I love the energy. I'm very happy for it. But let's see. Do you like any kind of animal? Like, do you like bugs or anything like that, or something? Maybe you could talk about some of your favorite things.
Okay. I don't have any pets at home.
Okay. Great start.
I think I would like to have a pet at home. But then that's a thing that I would need to take care of, and my parents didn't want to worry about me taking care of something that they didn't want to take care of.
Okay. We're gonna take that
bad
package.
Start?
That's not a good start. See, we went a little too deep there.
Okay.
A little too deep. That you can get that deep with Miss Crystal when you have therapy session, but when you're just in normal day-to-day conversation, maybe keep it surface.
What about this? What if
Oh?
Sorry. What if I opened with, like, if I had a dog, I think I'd name it Tyler. Is this anything?
I mean, aside from having the hypothetical of if you would have a dog, I think the weirder part of that is that you would just name it a person's name. And again, I'm gonna leave all that for Miss Crystal to unpack. But how about we go ahead and we grab some of these, and she, like, reaches behind you and, like, meanders through some of your bracelets that you've made. Why don't we grab some of these and we'll go up to some people and we'll be like, hey, I'm new here, you're new here. Would you like to stick together? Do you want to be friends? That's a great opener. And then if they say no, we're not gonna follow them. Okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Why don't you go ahead and take the... Did those say cabin crew on them? How many of those did you make?
I made about... How many bunks are in this cabin?
It can support 8 full beds.
So
that's bunk beds. So that's
it's,
like
it's
16?
8 bunk beds, so 16 on each side, boys and girls.
Okay, so I made 16.
Wow. I love the energy that you are bringing. Let's
And I made them in a plethora of colors so that anyone could kind of choose what they're drawn to.
You know what? That's really considerate of you. Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. I'll tell you what, we have like an arts and crafts session in like maybe a few hours, and around this time, she gets a buzz on her walkie-talkie. One moment, please. Can you repeat that?
This is Beth at front gate. I've got the new ones coming in, and I lost track of one, and I don't know. I think I saw them touch a dead squirrel.
Oh, what?
I need help.
Rabies.
Okay. I will be right there. And she's like looking at you, Tabitha, with her eyebrows raised. We will be right there, actually. Yeah, over out. Yeah, so about those new friends that I said we're going to be meeting later, we're actually going to go meet them now, potentially. Remember, don't be too forward. Don't be too far forward. Don't dig too deep. In their life or yours.
I'm going to be so relaxed. You're going to be so proud of me.
See, now you're kind of freaking me out. But
Sorry.
It's okay. No. You know what? It's fine. It's just because I'm used to you being you. Which isn't a bad thing. You know what? It gets like another buzzer on the walkie-talkie. Here, go ahead, grab these. Let's go.
On it.
As we pan from such a wholesome interaction that reminds me too much of my first time at summer camp, we pan over this camp at large. It is such a large area. It is spread out. The trees cover everything. In here and there are patches of woods that maybe there is a path through, maybe there is not. If you want to take the long way around, you got to take the full road that the golf carts go down. And if you want to take a shortcut, you're going through the woods, baby. But as we travel through this camp, up towards the very front of camp, where so many children get dropped off every single summer, every single month of the year, if we're honest, we're going to focus in on one of the newer arrivals, as we see Hannah, would you like to describe Robbie and what they're up to as they traverse this front gate area? You are behind chain link fence already, but there's plenty of woods to be explored right here.
Yeah, for sure. Robbie straight up looks like a ring wraith from Lord of the Rings. Like black hoodie pulled all the way up with like just like the ends of like a shaggy wolf cut peeking through the drawstring that's pulled so tightly that you can only see a kind of like disapproving nose poking out. They're wearing like the kind of Y2K grunge jeans with like multicolored carabiners attached and a small satchel that you can't tell if it's like acid washed or it's just really fucking old. I think they're kind of poking at the dirt and has picked up a stick and begun to kind of doodle in it, completely ignoring anyone else who's around. Yeah.
Now, Robbie, it is like the freshest of drop-offs. You just exited the vehicle.
Straight up?
Yeah, straight up. One of your parents...
Oh, I'm not out of the vehicle then.
Oh, no. You're in the
straight
vehicle
up in
then.
the car.
I like the idea of like Robbie sticking their foot outside, like opening the door, sticking their foot out the vehicle and just playing around in the dirt with their foot.
Oh, for sure. Just one toe, just...
Yeah.
You gotta
out
test
there.
the waters.
As you are kicking dirt outside of your parents' minivan, as your father is presenting your suitcase to a security officer currently at, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, those foldable plastic tables that have been set up, and there's, like, 2 or 3 security guards going through, looking for contraband. You know, this is a disciplinary camp. They gotta look for weapons. They gotta look for contraband. I don't know if you brought anything that might be considered contraband, except what is currently hanging out inside your clothing. As you hear a cute little...
Shh! Shut up! Be quiet! I imagine it's like sitting in like they've got like quite thick sleeves, so I imagine it's just sitting in one of the sleeves. It just starts wriggling, not like in a human motion. And I imagine it's like a little rat nose pops out the front of it, and she goes, "Shh, Sherbert, quiet." Gives it
It
a
just
little kiss.
like looks up at you. The little whiskers like reach up to meet your face as you give it a little kiss on the nose.
You gotta go back and kind of like trying to shove it back down.
It squeaks a little bit as like you gotta boop it, and it freaks out a
Sorry.
little bit,
Sorry.
and then it like turns around and starts crawling into your armpit.
I start. Oh God, not there. Oh, okay. And I'm like looking around for in the crevices of the seat to see if there's any like loose Cheerio or like Cheez-It that I can feed dear Sherbert here.
How many times have you left snacks in your car?
All the time.
Oh, there's definitely crumbs.
Yeah, I like stick a couple of like, little like fingers into the crevice and pull out like a half cracker and like drop it into the sleeve. Just hope that it draws Sherbert out.
You do start to feel like you feel the moment where wriggling and then the pause and then the sudden scampering of like going back up into the corner of the sleeve, and now there's just a weight at your elbow as Sherbert starts to consume cracker.
There's a satisfied look on Robbie's face, thinking that they've got away with hiding their pet. Watching very carefully anyone that's approaching, seeing their parents kind of handing off the suitcase. They're kind of making their body go as limp as possible, so if anyone tries to pull them from the car, they're dead weight.
Boy.
Can't catch me if you can't pull me.
There's two fairly well-built security guards that were like talking to your parents and like specifically your mom, and you overhear like the tail end of their conversation where it goes, well, you're gonna have to get her. I promise. Like, she doesn't bite. She will threaten to though, but she has all of her shots, so it should be fine. But
I'm like making eye contact with the security being.
You see this large gentleman. He's got like the short cropped blonde hair and like the like goatee situation going on with the grays at the end of the blonde. You know how they do. And he just looks at you and he looks bored by the insinuation that you're gonna fuck him up. He's like, this is so rote for him. It's day in, day out. He's like, yeah,
Day in the
not
office.
before I grab you.
I think that Robbie is unfazed by this and is just kind of watching the parents in the car. Kind of wandering about and kind of looking for an exit strategy. I think that she's like, I can book it, I can get out of here, me and Sherbert can take to the woods, and is quickly trying to essentially gather supplies. We're like, okay, so if he comes over, here's my exit route, because we're like by the gates, right?
You're by the gates. You're pulled in through the front gate. So a little camp feature for everybody here, because there will be a map eventually, but currently you all haven't received it yet. You entered through 3 checkpoints, this being the 3rd. There was the front gate checkpoint, the second gate checkpoint, and now security checkpoint, which is where everyone gets dropped off. So there's a little parking lot in the woods, a collection of golf carts with counselors on them who are waiting to drive people into their, campsite. Yeah, you'd have to run through a little bit of the woods here to get anywhere. And the entrance seems pretty covered, but hey, if you want to pull some cards, we can see what goes on.
I whisper to Sherbert to get ready to run as soon as they start booking it over here. It's me and you, man. Me and you against the world.
It's
like
about
a little squeak.
There's a little squeak, and it's about this time you hear 2 taps on the metal of the top of the minivan, and a pleasant woman's face sort of leans in. She is a heavy and broad-shouldered woman, African American, a bit of a flat nose with a lovely like silver ring in it. She's got short cropped black hair, beautiful brown eyes, lashes done, nails short but beautiful. And she is dressed in the same style as, for our Americans, like an SRO, like a school resource officer. For our non-Americans, a policeman who would sit in a school.
A school cop.
Because they do that for some reason.
They do. And they don't do anything when there's actually a threat.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
She has a black polo shirt on that says security, and it also says Miss Beth embroidered on it right above. And she's wearing a belt. You can see it's got various accoutrements on it, including like a bear mace, a pepper spray, and a taser. And she sort of pop. pops on the top of the minivan and goes, "Hey, Sugar, how you doing?"
I like immediately push my hand behind my back to see if I can try to hide the rat. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm fine. Can I help you?
Poking at your pants, looking for more crumbs.
I imagine like Robbie's like canonically really ticklish, so this is very, very difficult. So they're kind of like wriggling in a peculiar capacity while sitting in the seat.
Oh, excited to get to camp?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine.
I see. Now, if you'd like, we'll do this in your own time. I know your folks got to get going soon, but your bag's clear. Thank you for being respectful of the rules. We really appreciate it.
Of course, I've never been a rule breaker, so.
No, of course not. Now, I do just have to give you the pat down.
I mean, my bodily autonomy is really important to me, so, I mean, Isn't this
Yeah.
where trust starts?
Trust starts after a pat down, actually. For the safety and security of all of the different teenagers here, we do have to give a small pat down, and your parents have consented to it. Now, if you would like a different officer to do it, I have other female officers, if that makes you more comfortable. If you'd like, we can do it inside the security cabin in a private room. TSA
I'm like
rules.
already trying to stick sherbet down my trousers, because I know for a fact that like most people are gonna avoid particular areas. And I point to the biggest dude I can find, and I'm like, I want him to give me a pat down.
Unfortunately, that would violate that would violate Dale's consent. He does not do pat downs for female students. So...
I would argue you're violating my consent by giving me a pat down.
Sugar. You see, she leans down and does like the crouch right in front of the minivan door in front of you. Sugar.
Sherbert's trying to get into your pocket.
It is the middle of the afternoon. She checks a watch on her wrist. 20 minutes until I get to take lunch.
Crawls back around, is like getting over the hem of your pants, and then like tries to go into a different pocket.
Now,
Keeps not going right.
we can have a real good interaction here to start off your summer at camp. Or you can get on my shit list.
Sorry.
Sherbert like finds a pocket, didn't like it, and then like gives you a quick nip on accident.
You all right there?
Sorry. Achoo! The dust, the air, I'm not used to it. I'm used to cities. I've already got a permanent name on everyone else's shit list. Why not add you?
I don't think you believe that at all. Come on, Shook. Out the car.
I think Robbie has realized they've been caught and is going to reach down the back of their trousers and pull out Sherbert.
Sherbert clawing.
The moment you pull out Sherbert, you hear the highest pitched scream you have ever heard in your life. Because Miss Beth does a full, marathon sprint backwards. And she's just shouting, Dale! Dale, it's a squirrel! Dale, it's a squirrel! She got a squirrel in pants! Dale! Dale!
Oh.
I give the tiniest little fist bump to Sherbert. Just
kind of grabs onto your finger.
Yeah.
Like one of your knuckles.
For anyone looking, this is the oldest rat you've seen in your entire life. This man has pure soup belly, so when it hangs, it's just really, really heavy on bottom. It's blind in one eye. This thing has been on death's door for years, and somehow it's still alive. Hang it. Gives it a little fist pump, posts the scream.
You see Miss Beth has kind of backed off and is another security officer has come over and is calming down a rippling horse, hey Miss Beth, it's all right, it's all right, Miss Beth.
It's not a squirrel. It's not a squirrel. It's a lab rat. It's very clean creatures, just so you know.
You see that you have an opportunity if you would like. The world has cleared around you. Your parents have turned. They witnessed the fact. They know your rat. It's a pet. It's at home. was supposed to be at home. And you can see them clock that you have brought the rat, and you just watch, like, there was still some concern in your father's eyes about leaving you here, and then you are holding up the rat, and you just watch that drop into disappointment as he accepts that he is leaving you here.
Oh. I think that the look of disappointment weighs heavy on Robbie, who looks starkly different from her family. Her family are all, like, blonde, like, PTA-looking ass people, and Robbie is, like, super punk.
Your
and
dad
so
has
she
a
kind of
cardigan wrapped around his shoulders.
Oh, for sure. They are going golfing after this, actually. Robbie kind of slinks out of the car and is, with two hands holding, a little bit like a long cat, is going to bring the rat to her father and hand it over.
Like, rests on your dad's hand and then just, like, starts sniffing around, tries to go into his sleeve, but he has, like, the button cuff down, so it can't get in.
If he dies before I get back, can you promise to put him on ice?
Yeah, Robbie. Yeah, we can do that, sweetheart.
Thanks, Dad.
You're gonna keep that thing in the fridge?
You can keep it in the other one where we keep, like, the deer meat.
I'll put it in the outside.
Eat that!
I'll put it in the garage freezer.
Yeah, don't eat Robbie. Oh, sorry.
Don't eat Robbie.
Don't eat Robbie.
None
eat
of us want
Sherbert.
to.
Sherbert wouldn't taste good. Not a lot of meat on his bones. Probably, I mean, like, based on the diseases I tried to infect him with, you know, probably wouldn't be good.
God.
Robbie, please stop talking. Stop talking.
Okay.
You're making it worse for me. You're embarrassing your father in front of all these lovely people.
Ooh.
I think you just see Robbie sink. There's, like, the slope of the shoulder, and they'd pulled the hoodie off and basically just pulls it right back over and is just goes, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll come back normal for you. I promise.
Robbie,
And it's gonna walk away.
We'll make sure Sherbert's fine. Don't put it in the fridge.
You walk away from your parents as they finalize paperwork to leave you here at Volunteer Ranch. And as you step out into the woods,
I find, like, a stray Cheez-It and look at it really sadly before putting it in my mouth.
it's so stale.
It's very
so
stale.
So stale.
On the couch.
So stale. And, like, a little bit wet from, like, where a nose had touched it, but, like, it's my boy.
You step
Never
off
be able
and
to look like sherbet ice cream again.
you step off into the trees. It quiets down almost immediately. No one is coming after you here. You've stepped into the trees. You can see the fence weaving through it, so you know that this is still part of this blockaded area. But it gets quieter here almost immediately. The trees soak up so much sound. Ooh, excuse me. The trees soak up so much sound that it gets real quiet, real fast, and for a moment you feel alone.
I think Robbie pulls out their sketchbook and is looking for any birds in the trees that they can get a kind of a read on. He's just going to kind of sketch the area. They pull out from their satchel a kind of leather-bound notebook, essentially. It's just filled with kind of Spiderwick Chronicles-esque style sketching. Very good, very detailed for a person of their age, and is just going to try and, like, maybe a bug, a butterfly they find, a weird-looking caterpillar. They're gonna take a minute to sketch crouching on the forest floor in peace for a minute.
You take a break to sketch. You don't get to see the moment that your mother grabs your father by the cardigan and, like, drags him toward the car, or how he carefully puts Sherbert into the cup holder.
Yes!
And then is immediately told to get that out of the front of the seat, and he gently picks up a shoebox from the back of the truck with holes in the top, because this has happened before, and puts Sherbert in there for the ride, buckling him into the back seat. But you don't get to see your parents leave. You just get left.
Nothing new.
And it is while you are sketching here in the woods, while Miss Beth is being calmed down by Dale and the rest of the security officers, before you can be sorted into your cabin, that you watch as down the road, past the chain link fences, a duo of large black Escalades is weaving through the beautiful mountainside and up this muddy trail to the front gate. And as these Escalades park in the parking lot at the security checkpoint, Kate, would you like to let us know who is seen stepping out of the front Escalade?
Yeah, so out of the first Escalade, the back door opens and out steps a 5'2", 5'3" girl, older teen, 17 years old. Her hair in her blonde hair and a ponytail at the back of her head, a cute little headband holding it back. She kind of has these Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses that she kind of lowers down so that she can get a good look around everything around her. She goes, "Oh, this is so cute. Oh my God." As the driver steps out and kind of closes the door for her, and she starts messing with her hair, messes with her little sweater vest and her skirt, and just takes a good breath of that fresh mountain air for the first time. This is so novel for her. Oh my God.
There is obviously the driver that drove you here, who not only opened the door for you, but also put that little step out because the Escalade is so high up. Put that little step out. It's covered in a little red carpet, and helps you out of the vehicle. And
Alfred, you always have my back. Mwah, mwah. Thank you. What am I gonna do without you this summer?
You see this gentleman genuinely looks sad that he's dropping you off. And he's like, "Miss..." Fuck, sorry.
Do you need backup, James?
I need backup for Alfred.
Right,
I cannot do I cannot do Butler right now.
Miss, I don't know what I will do without you, but I will say that it will be a very quiet and lonely summer.
Yes, oh my God, because Ralph and Chanel are going trapezing around Europe or whatever. You're gonna have the house all to yourself and the maids
Whatever
and the
will
staff.
I do?
What are you gonna do? Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to text me all the time to keep me updated on what the maids are doing and keep me updated on all the hot goss.
Miss
Oh my
Dior, I
goodness.
will keep a notebook personally for you of all of the hot goss that goes around the hill. Got it?
Oh my goodness. I'm kind of sad to be going, but it's for a good cause that I'm here. I'm here to, volunteer my time at Volunteer Ranch.
To better your character inside. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. I know I was really upset and I threw that tantrum when Ralph and Chanel told me that I was going to be coming here this summer and I couldn't go on holiday with them.
Miss Dior, remember, you do have to, I must insist, please stop referring to your parents as their full names. We could just call them Mom and Dad. They have requested that I remind you of this.
Okay.
They said it was
Daddy.
giving. Yes, exactly. They said it was giving entitlement the last time you spoke, and they didn't appreciate.
Oh my God, you're totally right. I'm supposed to be working on that. I am so sorry, Alfred. Oh my God.
Yes,
That's why I'm here. I'm here to be humble. I'm here to
Exactly.
connect with nature and give back to the needy and the less fortunate.
How long is this
Okay.
camp? Right.
Behind Alfred at the second Escalade, we can see another gentleman, another assistant chauffeur, dressed head to toe in an outfit that shows that he's just a little below the status of Alfred the butler.
Yeah, he doesn't get his suit dry cleaned daily.
It's the lines are not crisp. They're not crisp.
Oh, he has to iron it himself. It's really tragic, actually.
He is currently unloading luggage after luggage
Mhm.
after luggage,
Mhm.
and piling up a pile of pink luggage and bags, duffels and case luggage
Mhm.
of varying sizes, a bright pink
Oh,
backpack.
Alfred, be careful with those. There's stiletto heels. You have to be
Yes,
careful.
yes.
Oh no, not Alfred. Sorry, Alfred. Tell Jameson to be careful,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Jameson, would you please be utmost delicate with that specific bag? It has
the
Miss Dior's
stilettos.
stiletto heels in it.
Thank
They are
you.
designer.
They are Prada, and oh my goodness, if
They are worth more than your salary, and we know that that is already pretty high.
Jameson just sort of like is holding the case. The face is so held tight and just gently shifts over and sets it down.
Mwah. Oh my God, Jameson, you are always just so incredible. Mommy and Daddy should give
Yes,
you a
good
raise.
jo-
Oh my
good
goodness.
job.
Tell them to give you a raise next time. Oh my
I
gosh.
won't, but I will
okay.
keep it in my mind.
Okay.
Perhaps when you return, you can speak praises, and perhaps they will decide to give me a raise for the 17 years I've been with the family.
That's the first thing of giving back to the needy that I'll do when I get back from this camp. That is my
Needy?
first act outside of camp.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because
Because you need more money.
yes, money is
Yeah.
is what I need most, not respect or at most human decency.
Yeah.
But you are so wise beyond your years, Dior. I am excited to see the
That's what my
beautiful
tutors told
butterfly
me.
that you will blossom into upon returning from this vacation of yours. Truly,
Thank you.
a beautiful chrysalis, much like a
Wow.
diamond.
Oh my goodness, that's my birthstone. Actually, I don't know if that's her birthstone. I'm not gonna say that.
She wouldn't know
Jameson?
what.
Are the bags unloaded?
You can see Jameson like face twitching as he places the final bag on this there's 3 stacks of luggage, and the security officers here at the front are just staring at it like.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Jameson. Miss Dior, just so you know, in the tiny light blue bag, I have prepared your special latte in a powder format, so all you need to do is add hot milk to it.
Oh my goodness. Literally, what am I gonna do without you?
Oh, not great, I
As if I
assure
don't
you.
have caffeine, the eye bags. Oh my goodness. I need my hot white chocolate oat milk matcha iced espresso shaken in the mornings, or else I'm gonna die.
He
you're
lightly
amazing.
rubs his very much wrinkled face with the crow eyes and the bags. And the laughter lines. He's like, yes, what will you do without your skincare and
It's
your
crazy.
caffeine?
He's actually 40.
Oh God.
I can't
Jameson's
imagine what
17.
Jameson's only like 32, actually.
Jameson's gonna kill us. I'm calling it now.
You can see as Alfred is saying his poignant goodbye to Dior, Miss Beth, who has calmed from the rat encounter, is approaching as lead security here in the shift, is approaching all of the bags, and she just kind of gives like a little whistle and goes, "All right, which of these you keeping, sugar?"
What?
I think the car needs to be warmed before I get in it. I'm going to go take care of it.
Wait, Alfred, what is she talking about?
She is asking which of the suitcases you would like to keep with you. I assure her. She probably has a delivery service to take care of the rest.
Oh, well, I guess I could. Well, that one
Alfred
has
just,
all of my
slips
skincare
away
and
to
my
the other side of the
sunscreen. So
car.
that one's really important, and it has the
There's the sound of an Escalade engine starting up from the second Escalade.
That one has all my hair creams and oils. That one has all my hair appliances. Oh, I mean, I guess I could just take the skincare with me, and then if you just want to bring the rest of them to my cabin later, that is totally fine. Thank you.
Oh, sugar. How about you tell me which one's got your clothes in it and which one's got your toiletries in it, and we'll go ahead and we'll consolidate for you, and we'll store the rest away until you go back in August.
Well, that one has the hats, and that one has the sundresses. That one's got the bikinis. That one has, like I said, that one has the hair products. That one has the skin products. I guess. Wait, what do you mean consolidate?
That's no worry. Dale, you go ahead and grab those three. You go ahead and grab those three, and we'll tag team this real quick. We'll put something together for you, sweetheart.
But-
Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
What? Wait, Dale, what are you doing? Dale.
Dale
Dale?
Dale has dragged 3 double bags up and has opened them, and is pulling out like flat iron, curling iron, and like shakes his head, sets them down, and your entire bag of like hair care machinery is set on a golf cart. And you can just hear him muttering, "Ooh, no electronics, nuh-uh."
Dale, I need my hair dryer.
Oh, sweetie, no, we can't.
Dale, I'm gonna puff up like a chihuahua.
Oh no, you're gonna be fine. I know this is a big change.
Dale, I can't help others unless I help myself first, and to help myself, I need my hair dryer.
You're gonna get all the help you need right here.
But that's no, you got. Hey, come back.
As you start like fully shaking Chihuahua style, this is about the time as you are like calmly grabbed by Beth around the shoulders and patted on the shoulder. This is about the time that Baron and Tabitha walk up from the campsite, coming around the bend, I believe, right near the woods where Robbie is.
See a little guy crouched in the dirt painting a like charcoal sketch of a, you know, those like really furry caterpillars you get in Northern Virginia, those ones.
Okay. I don't think I've seen anyone in that tax bracket here before. Well, what do you say, Tabitha? Look, there's some other people who seem wonderful in not having a mentally unstable breakdown currently.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if if this was a split up or a take down together sort of thing.
I think this is a split up between her and her belongings. Maybe it's a divorce. I can't really tell.
Flops, the flip flops are gold encrusted.
She did not sign a prenup. This is bad.
Wow. This is worse
All right.
than Joey's.
Yeah, you know what? Here, I'll take you over here. And you can meet some of the new campers, and I'm going to help Dale with whatever's going on there. You're gonna do it. Hey, remember, just be yourself, but don't go too deep.
I'm incredibly chill.
Yeah.
We know this.
You don't. Okay, you're not, and that's okay. That's okay. You don't
I'm
have to be
walking away.
chill.
I'm walking
Okay.
away. I'm chill.
Don't stalk them.
Don't say that.
Okay. You're doing great.
Okay. Thank you.
And then she like runs over to like help hold Dior back from her suitcases.
And as Baron,
it's okay, sweetheart.
But my designer bug spray.
They're
I
gonna
don't
be
want to
fine.
get bit.
What is designer bug spray?
It has glitter in it.
It's a
It
brand
has
you
glitter in it.
probably never heard of.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
it doesn't
called
exist.
On.
It's called On, and it has glitter in it.
Not about to about the brand.
All right.
as Dior is having a breakdown over here, Tabitha, you have been left to approach this emo in the woods, who is currently, I believe, holding a fuzzy caterpillar or simply drawing a fuzzy
I
caterpillar.
think they've put it on the edge of their notebook, so you can just see it kind of like across the edge of it as they're trying to sketch it.
Am I approaching you from the front, or is your back to me? Back to
Behind.
me. Okay.
You just see like this crouched like fucking Gollum.
Yeah. I'm not entirely convinced that this is a person, but Baron pointed me in this direction, and I'm like, this seems like a calmer area than what is happening back there. So I do, and then once I see like the sketchbook, and I'm walking on like leaves and stuff and such, and I'm sort of stop right behind you, and I'm trying to find the words to like say something, and I see that there's a caterpillar, and I'm just like, do you like the woods?
Ah! Where did you come from?
Over there. Where did you come from?
Over there.
Ah,
My parents dropped me off. Are you like a camper or something?
yeah, I'm a camper. I'm in cabin 6.
Oh, nice. I don't think I've gone to my cabin yet, but you're you look friendly. I like your sweater or shirt. I guess.
Thanks. Yeah,
Do you often
The-
approach people from behind?
Usually I'm not subtle enough that they don't notice that I'm there. It's usually a matter of they ignore
They, like,
me
know you're
once I
coming.
am. Yeah.
Oh, I get that. Yeah. Would you do me a favor? Could you hold this and I just pass over the caterpillar? I was trying to get the little nub feet thing, but I can't get it on its back. I can't hold it and draw it at the same time. So
Okay, should I hold like absolutely perfectly still? Should I be trying to
I mean,
to hurt it to stay on my hands? Is this venomous?
Robbie looks at it, flips through her notebook, looks back at it and goes, I mean, probably not.
Okay.
There's like 2 that like look really similar. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And it's gonna kind of. So like, what's your name?
Oh,
Again?
I'm Tabitha.
Right. Robbie. Nice to meet you, I guess.
It's nice to meet you too.
Cool. Thanks. And it's gonna like put it on her shoulder.
Oh, the
Snapping
the caterpillar on my
The
shoulder?
caterpillar. Yeah, just. It's like the Jiminy Cricket or whatever,
I'm,
except
like,
for it's
slowly-
caterpillar.
It's like slowly crawling up my neck, and I'm just slowly tipping over so that it can keep going.
Are
Because
you?
I don't want to disturb it.
Are you okay? I can take it back if it's
Well,
not
I don't
cool or
want to. I
whatever.
don't want to bother it.
Yeah, I like that. I wouldn't want to bother it either. Do you know what their deal is? Kind of pointing to the wailing girl in the background. Is she like having a
something-
seizure? I read about that somewhere.
Something about her bug spray being designer and her not wanting to part with it. And
Right.
it seems like she might be in a different tax bracket from what Baron said. And so I don't think
What are
she-
taxes?
I don't know. It's something that my parents have dinner about once a year. That's yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Should we like help her? She seems like she's having a rough time.
I think we could. Yeah.
Strength
but
in
I don't-
numbers and all. I mean,
Yeah,
if we're gonna break out of here at some
moral
point.
support. Moral support.
Yeah.
Caterpillar's on my forehead by now.
Here, let me just. And I
Should we name
pick
it
up the
Tyler?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what a weird. I mean, like, okay, sure. Where did that come from?
I just figure, things like having a name.
Yeah, for sure, Tyler. That's like right on.
Definitely not because she was spying on her and overheard her saying she'd name a dog Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. That works. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can nab some of the stuff that they're throwing. If you want to help stuff it down
Sure.
my hoodie or something.
Yeah, okay.
You cover me. Like we could get some cool stuff.
Right. What does covering mean?
So you're gonna distract while I pick up any goodies that I can find.
Okay.
You've like shoplifted and things before, right?
Never, but I'm ready to try. I go.
Life of crime, no turning back.
Friendship equals life of crime. Got it. Go.
Okay.
I will corrupt Tabitha.
I'm locked in. I might have a friend here.
I put the caterpillar back down, and I'm gonna walk over with Tabitha to check out Dior and see what the fuck's going on. See if there's any goodies that I can steal.
You see at this point that there is a whole bunch of luggage that has been piled up on the back of 2 golf carts because it doesn't fit on just one.
Got,
and
like the fucking ratchet straps going down.
As Baron is trying to console the shaking form of Dior.
You need to be careful. That luggage is worth more than your house.
I don't have a house. I can't afford it. So.
Oh, exactly. You need to be careful. Don't scuff it.
Miss Beth, it looks like, is just straight up on the tables, has unpacked several luggages and is like putting stuff back in one that she thinks will be enough to get Dior through. Like, there's a thing of necessary toiletries, a necessary thing of underthings, a necessary thing of clothing. She can see her shaking her head a little bit.
That hair mask. I need it.
Honey, this gonna bring you bugs. You don't want this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's
Never mind.
There's quite a few perfumes that will just bring more insects. But don't worry, we're going to take good care of you.
Do I overhear that statement?
Yeah.
I would love my target to be one of those perfumes.
I would love a 2-card pool from Robbie, unless Tabitha,
my dear friend is going to help me out here.
My covering is that I'm going to walk over to the opposite. Like, there's Dior, there's Robbie. I'm going to be over here. I'm just going to calmly walk over there and then just scream.
Oh my god! Tabitha, are you okay?
Give me 1 card pool.
Okay.
From Tabitha. I want to see if this fucks anything up for you first.
Okay.
That's a success. So yes, Robbie, you can do so with 1 card pool.
Would Dior's temper tantrum also be a distraction?
That's one they've been dealing with, so we're still gonna have 1 card pool from Robbie.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Did you guys pulled the same card?
Yeah, I think they pulled 4s.
No, I pulled a 6 of diamonds.
Okay,
but we both pulled 4 of diamonds. That's
same
fun.
suit.
The
Twinsies.
money.
Diamonds are a femme's best
You
friend.
guys are connected.
Bill in chat just redeemed a draw +4.
Or Robbie.
Hannah,
Or Robbie.
For Robbie. I'm afraid
more?
that I
Alright.
need you to pour 4 more.
All right, first one.
Ace!
That's an ace!
Let's go!
All right, you gotta keep that for
That's
later.
good.
Yippee! And
3
I
more.
will have you pull 3 more, but it isn't a success. Oh!
Well, unless
my.
that happens. Okay.
3.
Let me just.
Oh!
Okay.
All right, chat. You're about to figure out what the consequences are.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
So my
It
total
went south so fast.
is a 4, ace, queen, jack, 4.
It
Okay.
started out so good.
It
It's
started
a-
strong and just went down from there.
It's a queen, king, and an ace, correct?
No, queen, jack.
Queen,
and an ace.
jack.
Queen, jack, and an ace.
Ace,
Okay.
queen,
Okay.
jack.
So we can work with this.
Okay.
You. Where are you sneaking in this pile of suitcases to try and get in?
I'm definitely like, as soon as Tabitha gives me a little bit of a scream, I shoot her the horns as like a yes. And I'm just gonna kind of nonchalantly kind of walk by the table as if I'm looking at the trees and kind of try and swipe a perfume from the table.
Mhm.
As soon as they said it's gonna attract bugs, I'm like, I want that.
It was an automatic success. So you do absolutely swipe a perfume that is going to be fantastic
Great.
at drawing insects.
In fact,
But-
it's intriguing. The caterpillar that's crawling down your arm.
And you remember that comment you made to Tabitha earlier? You know, you're starting to feel a little itchy as you look at that caterpillar. Really starting to feel the itch.
Oh. Ah. Oof. And I kind of like, I'm gonna kind of gently, not like toss it, but like gently drop it. And kind of, I'm gonna pull up my sleeve to see if there's any marking.
The physical effect that you receive is you have, in fact, because you had sherbet in your sleeve for so long, you've got those little micro scratches on your arm from all his little rat nails. It looks like a couple hairs from that caterpillar. And Hannah, you and I, we're both very familiar with those hairs on those caterpillars. Looks like a couple of those hairs have definitely touched those scratches, and you are starting to feel the itch and the burn and those little tiny red pinpricks all over your arm.
I start like itching.
And mentally, you're starting to think maybe there were more caterpillars on you than you expected.
I think Robbie immediately kind of feels a little uncomfortable with the idea of bugs crawling all over. Is comfortable with bugs in general, but the idea of them being in her clothes in a manner is going to, kind of rapidly throw off her hoodie onto the ground and kind of begin checking herself to see if there's anything more. But even if they're not there, she still almost like feels the kind of tiny little feet walking on her skin for a little while.
Tabitha, as you scream, Dior, you are now witness to this camp in its entirety as you watch one girl walk up and just start screaming at the top of her lungs toward the sky, and another one who must be just as in need of mental assistance just start scratching at their arms as they like shudder and shake and throw off their jacket, searching for invisible bugs.
Alfred!
And
What's going on? Alfred!
And as those black Escalades drive out the gate and we watch as that chain link fence closes behind them, I think we're gonna go to break.
Why is it so itchy? Is this contagious?
What's happening?
Can't believe
We'll be
Tyler
right back,
betrayed
chat.
us.
And we're back.
Hello and welcome back. So last we left off, we finally got most of our characters we got all of our characters introduced. They just quite haven't been introduced to each other in the same way. We watched a few kids try to steal something. We watched a underage, underpaid, not paid at all camper get tired of the kids stealing things. We watched Tabitha struggle with trying to make friends or the concept of making friends, and then we watched her actually successfully make a friend who then promptly tried to steal something and got poisoned by a poisonous caterpillar. So that was fun. All while we watched the richest woman in camp potentially throw a hissy fit over not having her designer bug spray canonically named On.
Is it canonically named On?
It is canonically named On.
My
Like-
bad.
O-N?
Yep.
I think personally that it's on as like OHN, like one
has
of
a
those
little
fancy,
tilde
like
after it.
yeah.
Yeah. But with that, we're going to bring it right back to kind of that exact moment. We have Robbie taking off their jacket in a hurry as they feel a sensation of caterpillars all over their skin. We have Tabitha, who just screamed in the middle of camp. And we have Dior, who is kind of getting off of her hissy fit, but more so realizing that she has in fact been abandoned by her associates who left her here with a bunch of luggage that's
My
going to be taken away.
bestie!
Yes, your bestie, sweetheart.
My bestie for the restie!
And as this all kind of like comes to a cacophony of chaos, the door to the main cabin of admission slams open. It goes, all right, enough of all that. You see a woman in like her 50s-ish. If you happen to have been there during a court hearing, or if you were shown the video, you would recognize that this is the woman that is like the head face of camp. Mid-50s, this fluffy brown hair that probably is curly, but she's never treated it right in her life. Small little glasses on the end of her nose. Does not fit her face shape whatsoever, but she seems to be all business on that side. So she slams it open and goes, all right, that's enough of that. You got your assignments, troublemakers. I need Robbie, Dior. Let's see. He's already here, I think. We got Elijah, Jensen, and Tabitha. All cabin 6. Farron, they're yours. Take them.
I don't identify as a troublemaker. I identify as a vigilante.
We'll see, sweetheart. And she slams the door closed, and Farron just kind of lifts out. a huge sigh of exasperation, having fully understood what all she is now forced to deal with for the remainder of the summer. Okay. Joey,
Yeah?
how far are you?
On my way.
Okay, you got the other two? Why am I so
I've got all three.
Okay.
And at this point, we can say Jensen and Elijah, having been gathered, as well as Patty, who probably came willingly at this point.
I was running at a slightly slower tempo and not bothering to keep pace at all.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I was going along.
You guys are hoofing it up toward the front, alongside Joey, who you did witness pull out an inhaler and use it after chasing you two down.
And shortly after, the campers will kind of like gather their kids, count off the heads, and they'll be like, all right, everybody, let's go to the cabin. We're going to get to know each other a little bit, and then we're going to go to the lake for a little bit of chill time, okay? A little decompress.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be just great.
Okay, if you say so.
Do you guys have any ointment? I think I got like.
Oh my
ivy or
god.
something.
How do I been in the
It's like spreading up my arm and like
You
up
touched-
my neck.
how do I been in the bubblegum pink hard case back, but they took it.
Oh, that's like really nice. Yeah, I mean, like I touched the one with like the red tips, but I think I mistook it for the one with the yellow tips. But I think the red tips kind of like lightly poisonous, and it's like really starting to itch.
Okay. We'll stop by first aid on the way back to 6.
Okay, don't mind me.
Some calamine lotion ought to do ya. All right.
I like turn to the closest person next to me and be like, "Could you get like my back? Could you?" I'll say it's like Patty or something like that. Like, sorry, could you just? It's like really.
Patty's like staring at your arms and where he can see like the like slight irritation, and he's kind of like, and he takes out his like notebook for a second, and he's like shifting through a few pages. He's like, "Oh hell, yeah, that's not the caterpillar. I don't think."
Y'all,
No?
we cannot have two kids that take notes. Y'all, you gotta fight. You gotta fight to the death.
Let's go.
Sorry, what do you mean? It's not the caterpillar? You like
Nah,
there's
that's
something else? This is
that's the puck wedgies, for sure.
the what now?
The what?
What do you
Puck
call?
wedgies.
What is a
They're
fuck
like
is a
little
puck wedgie?
furry gremlin.
Language.
bastards.
Sorry, what the freak frack and frickety-frack is a puck wedgie.
Yeah, so they're the small furry little gremlin bastards, and I like raise my like eyebrows and emphasize that word.
Sorry, this isn't a bug. What is it then?
That's like one of the most annoying things you can come across. You've been here for like what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, is that like a new record? Do I get my name on a wall or something?
I'm honestly kind of jealous. I haven't seen anything yet, and you have apparently come into contact with one of them. That's freaking impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
But yeah, no, I gotcha. And then I start scratching their back.
Oh my god! Thank you so much.
Okay, campers, we're gonna keep our hands to ourselves and we're gonna get moving to cabin 6. You see Joey kind of like shuffles you all forward with Baron at like the head of the group and him at the back.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm so rude. I don't think I got your name. I'm
Oh.
Team Henryson.
Okay. Baron, you want to do introductions now? Then we should just.
Well, how likely are they to run? And she points
Oh.
over in the direction of Jensen and Elijah.
I'd
Already
like to
thought
think.
about it.
I'm gonna politely ask you not to because I can't use the inhaler again yet. They should behave. They definitely weren't doing anything wrong just now, were you, boys?
I was running from a bear.
There weren't a bear.
How do
Remember
you
there
know?
being
You
any
didn't see the
bears?
bear. I saw a bear. I ran from the bear.
Just look at Baron, and I'm like,
What kind of bear?
It was a polar bear.
Oh, it was a polar bear.
It's pretty rare.
There's polar bears here.
Is it?
No.
not polar bears here. But all evidence seems to suggest that we got a couple of Sasquatches around, so you might
Oh,
want to.
what?
Okay. This is all super
Whoa.
fun. This is, wow, what wonderful bonding topics that we have here. We should, why don't we go ahead and get everyone settled in camp, and then you guys can all discuss this further right after we take Robbie, is it?
Robbie's like up against a tree like a bear does.
Oh my
like,
god.
A bear!
Nah, that's gonna make it worse. You're gonna make the curse spread.
Okay.
The curse? What do you mean curse? I'm
I
cursed.
think he means rash.
I didn't sound
No, I mean
Okay.
curse. They
All
are
right, Patty.
little vindictive little
Patty,
bastards.
why don't we take everyone else back to the cabin, and Joey here will take Robbie to first aid just to get their curse looked at.
I would love
That's a
to...
curse. There's curses.
Oh no.
So I successfully grabbed the perfume, right?
Yeah, it's on your person somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to hand it off to Jensen and give him a look and kind of like backhand it, being like, oh, thank you so much, and hand it and shoot him a look being like, take this.
I do not react at all. I do take it, and I will just calmly tuck it away. I'm wearing big baggy clothes,
Yeah.
and I will just like tuck it up behind the knee and walk with a limp.
As I'm being kind of like dragged away, I kind of give him a...
No reaction. I am mildly disassociated at all times. So this will be like I'm just staring into your through you.
You don't know if Jensen knows he's alive right now.
This is Casey
I just
from
went-
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Maybe just
Just
a
like
little
a
bit
heavy
of a head
breathing.
nod.
As Baron takes the majority of you to the cabin, Robbie, you get seen at the first aid cabin. The itching goes away slightly, although every so often you find yourself checking for bugs. That has seemed to start abating as well. You get calamine lotioned real hard. You are covered in pink lotion anywhere that the rash touched and a little bit past it.
I look like a leopard.
Yeah, you look like a pink
Pink
leopard.
Panther.
Yeah, you've Pink Panthered it. And Joey returns you to the cabin while Baron is getting everyone settled inside. And our female presenting folks, or our non-binary folk, AFAB, is posted over to the right-hand side in the girls' side of the cabin. And our gentlemen are posted to the left side in the boys' cabin. And you find that there is this nice center section with ample space for meeting up. There's a couple beds in the center section. It looks like counselors could use them if it was a trouble cabin where people need to be on watch 24/7, but
They're
it
getting there.
doesn't look like there's any like personal belongings there right now, so it doesn't look like
The
Baron
arsonist isn't in the trouble cabin.
Yeah, that'll change real
He's-
quick.
He doesn't have anything to set fire with.
He's real tiny.
We locked the door. He can't reach the handle.
So it looks like if you guys were to cause enough trouble, you could force it that you've got counselors in the cabin with you. But right now, you are on you're on the up and up so far compared to a lot of the other cabins, which should tell you something about camp.
Yeah.
Am I able to determine with my proficiencies essentially how flammable this perfume is?
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm not saying we're gonna do anything
What
right
have I
now. And
done?
I'm not able to. I realize I'm not able to
You-
test it right now.
Listen,
but I'm just
it's-
kind of give it a.
It's a spritzer. It's not an aerosol. However, taking the cap off, that makes a nice Molotov cocktail.
Okay, I will quickly tie that back up. But not before taking a
It's
few
so-
of the pieces of material and just stuffing them in there. The flammable
It's
material,
so-
just stuffing them in there to soak.
It's so interesting as you just tuck it away. Your hands pass across this beautiful frosted engraving, and you look at it. It says Dior on it. Like, what the fuck?
Oh. Wait. Oh.
Whatever that means. Anyway.
And yeah, you guys are set up here, so you could introduce yourselves to each other at this point. I will say that Baron and Joey do make a moment of introducing themselves at the front of the cabin.
Hi.
Joey's introduction is very much, hi, pleasure to see you, pleasure to have you. I'm Joey. I'm going to be your male counselor here. I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to be taking care of the left-hand side, and all of you when we're outdoors. But boys, I got my eye on you. Patty, you're good. I got my eye on you. Please don't mess around too much. I know it's summer camp. It's fun. We're here to have fun. Don't make me run again. I beg of you.
Well, okay. All right.
Thank you.
I don't
Baron.
mean to do it.
Hi, I'm Baron. I've been with Volunteer Ranch for, like 6 years now.
Oh, yeah. 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I skipped last year, but I've been here for a while. I used to be a camper just like you guys. But I kind of got what I needed out of this camp and came back to help some other people. So if you need anything, and she like turns over to the AFAB side, you need like a pad or a tampon, literally anything. Just let me know.
Don't fucking say that. Oh God.
Any point of the day or right. I use she, her pronoun. She looks to Joey like a little confused.
Joey's like, yeah.
I am a girl. Sorry. This is new to me. If I mess it up, please correct me. But yes, we are here to be your counselors. We are here to be your helping hand. If you need anything, just feel free to ask. Please don't get into too much trouble, because then we're going to have to spend a lot more quality time than we expect to be doing so. We're a little short-staffed this year, so just stay out of trouble. We'll stay out of your personal stuff. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
How about you guys? You can introduce yourselves to each other.
Yeah.
I'm Tabitha.
Good job, Tabitha.
Great.
I'm over on that bunk.
You guys turn and see the only bunk decorated so far in the girls' side.
Got leaves taped to the metal railing.
Do we get to choose it, or is it like assigned?
Oh no, you get to choose your bunk as long as it's not somebody else's bunk already.
Okay. I'm Robbie. Nice to meet you all.
Small wave.
I'm Elijah. What's that? I'm over there.
Yeah. Cool. Great chat, guys.
Oh, I'm Jensen.
Yeah, buddy, you are. You see Joey kind of reaches out and like gestures to Patty, like.
And like Patty will have that like moment of realization where it's like he didn't want to be here. These kids obviously didn't want to be here either, so he kind of like puts on like a genuine smile. He's like, "Yeah, Patty, I kind of got some more responsibilities around here. So I just asked, don't leave your trash places. Yeah, that's it. Nice
Smiling.
to meet you."
While Patty's and stuff, Elijah's just right behind him. Malvin, he's a cop.
Also, it'd be great if you didn't steal anything or break anything, because me and my Gramps gotta fix that. No reason in particular.
Now remember, Patty, if any of that stuff does happen, you tell us, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Don't try and do it on your own.
Elijah.
No, not at all. No, I wouldn't do that whatsoever. No.
Okay, perfect. Just
So-
want to make sure we're on the
Just
same page.
dead
So-
staring at
Elijah,
Elijah.
smiling, like, smiling big.
Tabitha, genuine question. So if we break into a place, but we don't break anything going into the place, and then leave the place, and
No.
it's still
So
fine.
that would be
that
breaking.
technically-
That would be breaking the law. So we're not going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This whole
Non-tangible
time-
concepts count.
This whole time, Dior's just watching everyone talk and like anxiously combing her hair with her fingers and like crying silently. And, like,
At this point,
absorbing her new reality.
Joey has reached over to like over in the counselor's area and has grabbed a box of tissues and is gently holding them out
If
to
I may,
Dior.
that is an empty box of tissues, and I will step
And then-
over and hand you some tissues.
Sorry.
She just takes the box,
Oh,
Oh.
the little cardboard box,
Okay,
and
that's
hands
a
it
lot
back
of
to Joey.
Yo.
It's not super economical.
Just soft sloshing with it.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Dior Henderson of the Hendersons, you know, like from the hotel chain and the cereal and like the tampons.
Oh, I love
I don't know
those.
if
Oh,
you
I actually
really
have some of those in
comfortable.
stock.
Yeah.
if you have like an axolotl, we probably made them.
You made axolotls?
Yeah, I farm axolotls. I don't know.
Oh.
What are they gonna do without me this summer? I thought it was helping people.
I don't want to be that guy, but they opened up a Henderson's Hotel in Boston.
Yeah.
That place sucks.
Oh, really economical sometimes.
No.
Oh my god.
There's
All
just
right.
A shoulder on Tabitha. Tabitha puts a shoulder on Patty and goes, I think that was the wrong thing to say.
yeah. You know, I think that it was Tabby. God, this has been so fun. You know what is? Oh God, are you guys hungry? I'm hungry.
I
If
brought
you guys
lunch.
want that, your lunches are here. They're pre-packed, so you're all good to
Did
go.
you guys get my pre-order?
I don't think
Yeah,
they do those.
No, we
Okay,
didn't.
Like-
never mind.
I'm sure Cookie did his very best to make you exactly what you wanted.
Because I'm on that one diet. Hey.
To be clear, not the one with the axolotls, right?
Oh my god.
Eat the axolotls. I'm not a monster.
You said farm them. I don't
We
know
don't
what you
eat
meant by
them.
that.
We don't eat them, we simply milk them.
I have more questions than I think we have time for answers. Oh my God, Joey, we're late for the thing.
You know, we should grab our lunches and get to the lake.
Mhm.
We're missing good lake time.
Yeah. Okay.
Your counselors produced the tray that Patty brought over with the lunches. It is brown bags, straight up brown bags. They have cabin 6 written on the outside of them. 2 of them have a letter C on it, one of which Joey hands over to Bear and takes one for himself. And then the rest are passed out to you guys. Joey gives you all a little lesson on lunch etiquette. It says, now we do bag lunches every day. When we get to actual camp time, because it's moving week. When we get to actual camp time, you guys are going to be responsible for grabbing them in the morning from the mess hall. So make sure you don't forget your lunch, because sometimes we're real far away from the mess hall, and Cookie don't like nobody in there during lunch. So that's his time off. So just remember your lunches next time. For now, we got them in here. And y'all come with us. We're gonna go to the lake. It's great. It's a great day for the lake. It's nice and sunny. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
And go ahead.
You all get kind of like rounded up. You get taken to a nice little day on the lake. It's more like a kind of a tour of them showing you different little aspects of the camp. So they kind of do this periodically throughout the rest of your move-in week. One day they'll like go to the lake. They'll get you familiar with the boathouse. You know what you guys are doing at the lake. Eventually, not right now. It's just for you to get familiar. And then another day they'll like take you over by like the kennels or like over to the arts and crafts area. And at this point, we're gonna do a little bit of a time skip. So a few days have passed. Is there anything any of you would have liked to have done, or anyone you wanted to interact with in those few days?
Yes.
I would take some time to go up to Robbie to give them back their their perfume. And you would note, Robbie, that I first have to extricate what has clearly been a couple of wads of paper that I've stuffed into your perfume bottle.
It started to like dissolve.
And I've tucked them away, and I kind of dip a few more in before handing it back to you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna do with that? Are you okay? Are you breathing?
Yeah.
You're not actually blinking. I don't think I've ever seen you blink. Are you okay? Does that hurt?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'm looking around for any like authority.
I mean, like the cop went that way, pointing to Patty
Okay,
off
yeah.
in the corner.
So Elijah's cool.
Okay.
And
Cool.
I've been, they call it a problem.
Okay. I have one of those too. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I like fire.
Cool. I like dead things.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, you too. I mean, just if you're gonna do something cool, can I come? I'd like to help. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Huh. Okay, yeah.
Tabitha, you had a hand up.
Yeah, I think because it's the one thing that like gave me success before, I'm not bringing the caterpillar and any caterpillar that like the one like Tyler, but I am bringing you just any cool bug I find, and I'm like, is this anything?
Me?
I'm bringing Robbie any cool bug I find.
Yes. This is the way to Robbie's heart. Yeah, they've definitely got like I think they've started like taking mason jars or something throughout the week and is just slowly building like small terrariums on the shelf. I imagine
I'm giving you some of my nice rocks.
it's so great. We like make a little collection. Robbie will take the extra bottom bunk alongside Tabitha, and they've just started making a little den. Robbie doesn't actually sleep on the bed, but actually underneath it, but has started laying all of the different things on top of the bed there, so they can take a look at it. Wow, yeah, no, that's really cool. That's you don't see a lot of those this time. They're migrating, so it's sick. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The ones that don't bite me, I really like.
Yeah, how did you catch this? Did you just run around with your bare hands, or did you like get a net?
Oh, a net.
How long did that take you?
The morning.
All of them?
No,
Just
those
the
three.
one.
Those 3 this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. I know we named the other one Tyler. Do you have a name for this one?
Millie.
You're really creative with the naming.
Bobby. And Brian.
Yeah,
I knew it.
got it. Cool. Thanks. I imagine like Dior's probably taken like a top bunk or something like that in and around this area, or are they far the fuck away from the rest of us?
You think
I
Dior wants
think
to climb?
if you guys are in, so you're below a bunk. Tabitha is in a top bunk. I think maybe there's at least a
They're
bunk.
both on
Tabitha's on a bottom
on a
bunk.
bottom bunk too.
On a bottom bunk. Okay, so maybe you guys are on the same bunk bed, and then there's like 2 bunk beds, and then Dior's bunk bed in the far corner, where she has just taken the sheets from the top bunk and like made a curtain. She's on the bottom bunk, but she has like put the sheets over it to make like a curtain around her bed. So
You've
it's
made
like
yourself a canapé.
she can pretend it's a canopy bed, and she just sits there meditating.
Maybe if you like give her a rock or something, she'll like. She seems like a crystal-y kind of person. Maybe it'll align her chakras or something.
Ooh,
I'm so sorry.
You go. I just said that could work.
I've not left the conversation, but I was never fully there for the conversation. So while you guys like went over and started communicating to each other, I stayed right there and just out the window.
That's funny because I also imagined Tabitha was just on her bunk bed trying to act like she wasn't listening to the conversation before. If I stand perfectly still, they can't see me.
Everything follows T-Rex rules at camp.
Rob, you
I mean-
had your hand up. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My brain was like, if you're standing perfectly still, I'm so tempted to make you draw a card just to see how still you can be. But I don't think I'll be that mean. You do have a +1 on your next card pull.
Oh, you right. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
Could be good or bad.
We'll save that.
Golden
for
Staring
We'll save
kills
that.
you?
Don't worry about that.
You see something you shouldn't.
You die, actually.
I'm going to pick up one of the rocks that Tabitha gave me and chuck it at the canopy. Hey,
Oh.
you in there? Sorry, you've been crying for a really long time and the noise is kind of deafening.
I'm sorry, that's like totally annoying of me. Oh my goodness, that's not what I'm here to do.
No, it's okay. It's just
we're getting it together. Oh my god, hey, how's it going?
it's just like the three of us in a line just
And she like pokes her head out from the curtain. Oh my god, hey girl, or hey there.
yeah, that works.
Cool. What's
Uh,
up?
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go outside for a bit. You've been stuck in the canopy for like 3 days.
Yeah, there's
Thinking
no
about
bugs in
come
the
out.
canopy.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
There
there's
could
bugs
be, and I
outside.
start reaching for a jar.
That's what I like about you, Robbie. You were always so joking. Anyway, if there's nothing else you need, I'm just gonna.
For the small price of some bug spray that makes your skin feel a little bit sticky, it keeps most, if not all, the bugs off. And if you're worried about your nice clothes getting like dirty or something, I have a cheap hoodie that I have that you could wear over top of your nice clothes, and it might be a bit hot, but yeah.
Wait, that's so sweet. You're like kind of adorable. I mean, I only brought like clothes that I knew I was gonna get dirty, but like that's so sweet. I would love to borrow your hood. Do you want one of my hoodies?
Sure.
Oh my god, we could like swap hoodies. That's so cute.
I turned to Robbie. What's happening?
I think you're making a friend. Kind of nudge her.
Jesus Christ.
It's going too
Okay.
fast.
Like she jumps out of bed and is like, wait, okay, so you're totally like a warm spring, and I mean I'm a cool winter, so I don't know if what I have is really gonna work for you, but I'm gonna figure it out. Okay,
I'm
what
just
they
some
actually
guy.
let me keep. I'm gonna and she pulls out like a designer hoodie with like jewel encrusted
It's
whatever.
bedazzled.
It is
You look
completely
like a disco
bedazzled.
ball.
On the back, it has her name in like rhinestones.
Fucking Jensen lights a match and it just sends it going pa-ding.
I'm locked in on the bug spray.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
yeah.
like the boys like peeking in through the open hallway, and Jensen just
You are so sweet, and this is totally gonna bring out the color of your eyes. I think you would look amazing in it.
Okay. I'm imagining like a Juicy Couture kind of like,
A velour
yeah.
It's a
Sweet.
velour hoodie with yours named rhinestone on the back.
It is not comfortable.
no.
Wow.
It's made with like Elmer's glue. It's
The-
gonna fall apart.
Wow, the bedazzles have like the metal teeth to them.
Yeah, that's how you know they're in there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Is that
okay,
said
let
out
me have your
loud?
hoodie.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gray. It's like her mom's old college hoodie. So it's like really faded and like it's not like it's just really faded and like kind of worn cotton.
Oh, it's vintage.
I see
That's
that Elijah
so-
wants to do something.
As soon as Elijah heard, oh, they have metal hooks, Elijah just springs in the hallway. You said metal? You have metal? And you just see in his hand just like a Game Boy that he's been playing is like loud and like it's like Pokemon's playing on it. You're like, metal? You have metal.
And bug spray.
They let you keep your technology.
I tricked them. They think this is dead.
They like totally took my cell phone and I can't even text Alfred.
Well, to be honest, this doesn't contact anyone. I can play games. That's it. They think it's dead.
You have Tetris?
Like
I do.
Fortnite?
I have
That's my
all kind of games. So long as it's like old school stuff like that.
Oh.
You have the Bluey video game?
You got Bluey on that phone?
No.
Yo, you got Bluey on that game?
I mean, like, I don't know if I have metal, but like, I have a lot of Rhinestone velour jumpsuits. If like, I don't know if I have anything that'll like go with your coloring. And she points at Robbie. I totally have something that you would rock. Oh my goodness, we should have a makeover night.
But first, a walk was the thing we were going to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, we said we were gonna go outside. You just... Girlie, you look crazy. Like, respectfully, you gotta go outside. No, you look great. The Juicy Couture really brings out your eyes.
Okay.
Fresh air, it's good for the skin, right? Looking at Tabitha for reassurance.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Bring some color to your face. All right, let's go. And begin to, like, usher people out the door.
Yo, go on a little rocky. A little walkie. Yeah, go
A
on
little
walk.
rocky
Grab my
walkie.
bag.
You find through this week that you have free, you guys get to do just about what you want to do. On this particular day, you guys are attempting to go out for a walk, and none other than your very favorite counselor. Well, probably not your favorite. Baron's really
At least
cool.
one of their favorites.
Baron's really cool.
There's
Joey
that deal.
fully admits Baron is way cooler than him. Actually, he looks at Baron like she's way cooler than him. He looks at Baron a lot. But Joey appears as you guys in a respectful way. As you guys walk out of the cabin, you do see Joey approaching. He's got a sun hat on today, kind of waving you guys down. He's like, all right, cabin 6. Y'all ready to get to the farm?
Yes.
Y'all remember that your
Yes.
afternoon activity today is the farm, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm like so excited.
No, I
and
did
she
not.
looks at Joey. Yeah. Oh my god, farm.
Yeah, see, Dior's excited. We can all be excited about the farm. Let's go ahead, grab all your things. Let's head on out. Baron's gonna meet us over there, and y'all are gonna get to meet, all the animals. Y'all gonna get to meet, the 2 donkeys, the mini pony, the geese. I don't recommend chasing the geese. Please don't chase the geese. They'll chase you. We'll pass by the dog kennel. You can see all the puppers. It's gonna be nice. And all the goats. We have so many
Wait,
goats.
are there baby goats?
Oh, there's so many kids.
Oh my goodness. I like totally love watching baby goat videos on TikTok. This is no, I'm living in the moment. I don't need to film it. I don't need to No, okay.
All right, y'all. Head on over. And Joey will walk you all toward the farm. As you all approach the farm, Volunteer Ranch is so named because once upon a time it did have like a wide-ranging farm area. It has been consolidated over the years to more of maybe a petting zoo of sorts. There is a dog kennel to one side of the farm area that has about 10 separate cages. Currently, about half of them are full with dogs who are asleep, laying down. There are some big breeds of dogs here. And you all have heard them barking in the middle of the night. They do not stay quiet, and security does use them in the middle of the night to patrol, the camp here and there. Couple bloodhounds in case someone were to make a run for it,
That being said, they are all good boys.
They are all very good boys. They are not evil. They are just doing a job, and they're good
You
at
see
it.
one like rolled over and it's dreaming, so its legs like kicking.
It's a good dog.
The whole Malinois.
Over on the other edge of the farm area, there is a small pond where a whole gaggle of geese and ducks lives. They have a little sort of house for them to go into at night to save them from coyotes. And then there is a big red barn surrounded by a fence on both sides, one side of which is packed with goats. There are so many goats of so many different colors and sizes, including baby goats. And on the other side of the barn, a pair of very loud, very standing next to each other donkeys that do not leave each other's side, along with the most miniature of miniature ponies that possibly Jensen could not even ride because he would break it in half, who looks ancient.
Sebastian.
Ancient.
You beat me
This
to
looks
one
like
second.
the AI that boomers would fall for. But it's real.
And Baron is waiting there for you as y'all get on the approach.
Welcome over. Hey.
Just kind of walk into the space.
Hi, Baron.
Glad to see. Hi, Tabby. Glad to see you all bright-eyed and awake and outside. Dior, fantastic. I'm so happy to see you.
This is a bit of familiar. I ride horses, so this is a bit of familiar territory.
Oh.
And she has done her best to piece together a horse jockey rider's outfit with the pantaloons and the boots, but she doesn't have all the pieces she needs for it. So it's just very odd.
No, I believe it.
I'm excited to get back to nature.
Yeah. So we're not gonna do any horse riding today. All we have is Donut, and he's no shape to carry anyone. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Donut.
Donut. But welcome to Animal Therapy. Kind of just a petting zoo for a day. That's fun, right? You guys, Robbie, you love animals, right?
Not this kind. Kind of eyeing the very lively creatures that are
Okay.
running about. I like
Hmm.
I like anatomy, but I don't think these ones are gonna serve me well.
Horrifying.
I mean,
Okay.
if you have a butcher or
No,
you're not using one of them, I could do a little art installation,
Okay.
Donut's really old. In case he kicks the bucket, you can call me.
I
What
will keep
sort of
that in
animals,
mind
Donut?
for later.
Donut is a very small, very old miniature pony.
Mhm.
Got it.
I mean, I think he'd make a great sofa. So that's all I'm saying.
We will.
That
keep
is a
that in
beautiful creature. Why would you say that?
I don't
All I'm
even
saying
think
is
it's
there's different ways
innocent.
to admire beauty, and one
I
is to
think-
preserve it.
I think if
Sorry.
you touched that horse, you'd understand that that wouldn't be a good texture for a sofa. That's my problem with this.
We had Patty's hand up.
Oh.
I get you,
so
Tabitha. I see you.
How exactly do you? I also see that. How exactly do you mean preserve it?
Oh, let's.
Oh,
we should-
yeah. So
let's
basically,
move
what we do
on.
is
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys want to see inside the barn? Your counselors kind of take you into Big Red, which is the Big Red barn. Inside there's an indoor paddock where there's some geese that are just chilling in what once was a horse stall, but now it's just kind of where they chill. There's occasionally a random animal. Robbie, you see a quick scuttering of a rat. So this is the Big Red Barn. If in case of any form of storm or anything like that, we will bring all of the animals in. Except for the dogs, those go into one of the cabins, but we'll bring all the geese in, and we'll bring the donkeys, and we'll bring Donut. But that also means that we have to maintain it, because you can't really work with things if you're not upkept. That's how gross things happen. So I think what we can do to start is we'll just do a little bit of maintenance of these stalls. Just a quick sifting of some of the hay, maybe moving hay from one end to the other. Just making sure that there's not too much dirt or debris or anything like that.
And some of us can even bring some new fresh hay to Diggory, Duchess, and Donut over in their side. It'll be
You can
it'll be
feed
great.
them. Isn't that fun?
I want it noted that throughout this conversation, I'm giving Patty an extraordinarily detailed account of how taxidermy works. Like so detailed.
Both of the
off
counselors
in
are
the
trying
corner.
desperately to speak over
I'm
you.
like, I got hand motions. I'm whipping out pictures.
Patty is like responding. It's like, oh yeah, I had like a cat named Mrs. Magoo that went like missing when I was 7. And she
Yeah, that's
ended
one
up
of the
in
reasons
my neighbor Tammy's like window.
Oh
and she
yeah.
was just standing like really still, and I thought like a cockatrice or something.
Yeah, so
Really
that's one of, it's so funny you mentioned that. That's kind of like why I'm here, is because, you know, my neighbor, they buried their cat. They weren't using it. Anyways, that's not important, but
Crazy.
crazy, some overlap there.
Hey, you learn something new every day. That's really weird.
Every day's a school day.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Hey.
Hi.
Yes, there's a bunch of it.
A really like small voice goes, not to, well, hay is very flammable. How do you keep it from, no, I'm saying,
So-
like, how do you keep it dry? You gotta keep it dry.
So we keep. Well, you don't. That's the thing, Jensen. You don't keep it dry, because if you keep it dry, then it's going to catch on fire.
Right.
So what we do is we change out the hay often enough so that it's still a little bit moist and it doesn't like endure itself to being flammable. But we also have this wonderful feature, which Smokey the Bear taught us, of keeping the fireplace away from the farm and the live animals and the hay, so it doesn't go up in flames. And that's why it's way over there. All the way on the other side of camp. All the way. Yeah, you
Jensen
can't
will
see from here.
remember this. There's a peat
but-
field out there.
And then,
Important,
there's-
it's not here.
and then there's just a mutter from Tabitha. Where do you put the old hay?
I point at you.
Normally we feed it to them. Or we just turn it into mud.
It makes for good filler for the boat dock. You know, we got a lot of barrels to fill. All right. Who's ready to get to work?
I feel like during this entire conversation, you guys have been talking about hay and all that. Elijah went to a gate that looks to have been like breaking down. Is like, I'm just gonna do this. I just takes it apart. Be like, I'm just gonna fix this. You guys.
You go over the gate, and Little Donut, which is like, again, this very small, it's like a mini for a Shetland pony. It's tiny. And they're like dark brown with splotches of white on them, just like covered in dirt and dust. And you see them like nibbling on the wood right by the hinges and just looking up at you.
Just like, okay, you're just gonna. I'm just like trying to push them away. Like, no.
It like does that horse thing of like pushing its head into your hand and then like lifting its lips a little, thinking you have a treat.
No. I like grab a handful of like hay, and I'm like, go that way.
The hay blows in the wind. Because you
watch as
hay
like
into the air.
some of it catches in Donut's hair and it just like lifts up trying to get at it, and you can kind of see like from the glint of the light that this horse also has cataracts, so it's like it's just seeing a shape moving and is trying to go at it.
Like,
Joey
good enough.
sneezes.
Just good enough. And I just start working on this gate, being like, okay, break off this piece of wood. Need to clean off this rust. Leverage in order to put it back on. I'm just like actual working on it, like getting it back to working order.
Nice. All right.
Y'all get to work in the barn. We know what Elijah's doing for his little work study. Anybody else got any specifics? Or is everyone just kind of cleaning up?
Okay.
Robbie?
Oh, I have some rule clarifications, but I'll wait for people to go through.
Okay. I
Dior
saw
and
Kate and then Tabby.
Yeah, Dior stands there for a second as they tell them to go to work. She's like, yeah, okay. And then she like oddly just like gets in the, oh, they want me to work. Okay. and just like instantly starts like shoveling old hay like crazy and like putting no hay out and just going all in with like no
Okay.
direction. It just instantly knows and like is like no one's business.
So, Dior, if you keep doing it that aggressively, you're just gonna get hay in your hair. You gotta gently low and over.
Oh my gosh, that's like totally silly of me. I mean, Joey, if you can like, I don't know, like if I have any hay, if you want to like pick it out, that's totally like cool.
Yeah, Joey, why don't you pick it out?
You can see that Joey's kind of getting a little red in the face because the hay is up in the air because of your erratic.
Oh my gosh, that's like so
sort of
silly of me. Oh my
puts a finger up and like goes to suck on his inhaler in the
Joey,
corner
why
for a
don't
second.
you step out for a moment and get some fresh air?
Yeah,
I'll get the hay out of your
Oh,
hair,
I can get
sweetheart.
it. I got it.
Yeah, okay. You missed one, and she pulls it, but she's not considerate about it. She just kind of like yoinks a little piece of hair. I am so sorry.
Ow.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to taking care of these majestical creatures.
Good job.
Yeah. Like it's hard.
Joey, can you breathe?
I'm good.
Okay. Just take 10. I handle it in here. Tabby, you had something.
Yeah, I was gonna go over and try and help Patty a bit with like whatever he's trying to do. And Patty, what are you trying to do in the?
I think that Patty, knowing that nobody else is going to volunteer for this, is and understanding why, he's going to go and muck the stalls and get rid of all the horse manure and goat manure. So he's going to pick up one of those shovels and start.
I think
dealing
I'm
with
gonna
it.
like have like whatever the bucket that is holding a lot of that. I'm gonna be like carrying it out and like throwing it out and then coming back and like letting you fill it back up. And while you're doing this, I just sort of ask little questions of like, so what's a Sasquatch?
Sasquatch. It well, what isn't a Sasquatch? Am I right?
45 minutes go past.
As you guys are mucking, is your goal to like clean out the entire stall, like spanking clean, or just to kind of make it look like it's been moderately cleaned?
I think that at this point, Patty knows that if he doesn't do it thoroughly, they're just gonna make him do it again. And so, like, he will make sure that it's like spanking clean, and then that new hay is coming and like put in.
Alright.
And then if he sees anybody else that's kind of like half-assing it, he's gonna be like, "You're not gonna want to do that. You're gonna want to make sure you're doing it like
Okay.
good.
Um,
You'll be here for like 2 more hours if you're not."
just to see how thoroughly you guys are cleaning this, since there's 2 of you doing it. Normally I'd make one person draw 2 cards. But I am going to make both of you draw a card, and then after this, Patty, you're going to reshuffle your deck.
Okay.
He was redeemed.
Oh, so question. I also got to reshuffle. Does that mean you do it automatically?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it.
Okay.
This
Does
is
that
my
include my
NADPOD.
ace?
Okay, you got
This is my NADPOD deck.
your
so it
ace
does
stays
say,
out of the deck.
Bring it on, come on.
That's beautiful.
Got it.
Both of you succeed. Wonderful. So in both of you succeeding, you go through, and half the time you are cleaning these to be spanking new. You're looking for where the new hay is.
And then am I adding that 2 back into my deck and reshuffling, or am I?
Yeah, add it back in your deck.
Okay, cool.
And then with that, let's see. Jensen, what are you doing?
So I need
Where
to
you been?
constantly be reminded that I am supposed to be doing stuff with the pitchfork in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I
And that's
don't know
the
if we gave you
fugue
one
state.
of those.
That's the fugue
You're just
state I'm
standing
in.
there.
Yeah, well, so I'll do a little bit and then just kind of stare at the ground.
You know, it's kind of interesting.
It's screaming recent trauma.
Mhm. It's screaming shock blanket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you're staring at the ground, most of this place has hay in it in some aspect or amount. It seems like it has a pretty thick like bedding of hay. And as you're just kind of like disassociating on the ground, you see something like start to move, or maybe your vision is starting to swirl.
Wow. I'll blink for the first time today and look again.
I knew it.
He's going blind.
He's
And
so
then-
dry.
With
There's
your
like an
newly-
active
Investigate.
crunching noise.
with your newly like rejuvenated eyelids, you look back and the floor's fine. It stopped moving.
I'll
But there's
kinda-
something
Oh,
missing.
oh. I'll take a squat. Kind of look a little closer.
Okay, so you squat down and you kind of examine the area a little bit. It still looks like hay. Like this is just a bunch of hay here. But the area that you're looking at looks a little bit like depressed from where it was. And then you feel something very lightly like brush up on your back as you're kneeled down.
I will jump a little and turn to look behind me.
You don't see anything above you, behind you.
Okay, where is Bug Lady? Where is my bug friend?
Love the Magnus Archives.
There is a quick. There is a Robbie. You are. I'm suddenly there.
Ah,
I-
God.
I think there's
It's
a
going.
bug. I think I
Jesus,
caught one.
jeez.
I think I caught one.
Oh.
And I
Oh,
can't
okay.
find
Just
it. No,
stay
turn
still.
my- turn my
It's
back.
okay. It's fine. And I think there's like a softness in Robbie's voice that people aren't used to that comes over when another person's in panic. She kind of goes, "Oh, it's okay. It's fine," and is gonna kind of pick through the mess of hair as best she can, a little bit like a monkey,
There's
kind of just pulling pieces apart.
There's just like rolls of toilet paper in there. It's crazy.
It just like keeps going.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you
Uh,
need that for later? Sorry,
Somehow
I'm
he's
putting it back.
even thinner than before. Than
There's
we
a
thought.
pack of tooth tissues in there.
You just let me know what you need to keep, and then I'll put it back. Okay, but
It's an up.
do I find anything?
No. You don't find
I-
any form of bug, at least not in his hair.
Jensen, I don't see any bugs here. Maybe it was just like a stray piece of hay. Sometimes it gets in the back of your shirt and it feels like there's something there, and there's not. I'm not seeing anything, but
Dior, what are you doing now that your crush is not in the barn?
Sorry, if you were talking to me, I had to switch headphones for a second.
No worries. What are you doing now that your crush is no longer in the barn?
I think she has recuperated
Mm-hmm.
from that moment of trying to hit on this beautiful, pathetic older man and
Fully adult man.
fully adult,
man.
Fully adult
pathetic,
man.
asthmatic man. And
She can fix him, don't worry.
yeah, she's rolled up the
Gonna cure
sleeves.
asthma.
Yeah, she's gonna fix his asthma. Listen,
He's gonna go to medical school just to
Bam.
fix his asthma.
honey, there are drugs and medical procedures that you have never even heard of.
What those axolotls do?
Exactly.
Research, obviously.
What do you think the axolotls are for?
The axolotls
Um,
are the scientists.
it's the fountain of life. It is youth
Yeah.
itself. That's how they look so young.
They're actually closer to spirits than they are actual animals.
Mm.
Oh my god. And she, rolls up the sleeves of the vintage gray hoodie that Tabitha has given her, the first actual act of kindness that I think anyone at this camp has shown her since she got here a couple days ago. And her hair is still back in her little ponytail, and she's just going hard on this task that has been sent before her in a way that is very uncharacteristic for anyone who has observed her.
Okay. As you're like rolling up your sleeves and continuing about your task, you hear not you don't hear, but you feel like a quick and sharp like pain on your ankle, as if something has tried to grab you and failed.
Ow! And she like And she looks at like one of the donkeys or something and goes, "Did you just try to bite me?" You know, this happened all the time at the temple.
You feel it
okay.
again on your other ankle.
No, they taught me breathe in and breathe out.
Suddenly something is climbing up your back.
And she just throws the
feels like-
pitchfork.
It feels like a massive rat.
Sherbert! She starts
He made it.
freaking out
He's
and like
back.
screaming bloody murder,
Those
which
aren't
I will
normal-
not do.
Those aren't normal Dior sounds. Those are bad Dior sounds.
Okay.
There's been good Dior sounds?
Yeah.
Tabitha,
Yeah,
getting the social cue.
there are.
Yay!
Yay!
I have columns.
Pros,
Does she take
cons.
notes?
Yeah, if
she
she's
will
screaming
try to
bloody murder.
Slap whatever's off her back and screaming.
Okay. You wiggle around. Go ahead and pull me a card real quick to see if you can manage to get this off.
This is my first card pull.
Oh,
Oh, scary.
Uh-oh.
It's Jack.
Oh, that's fun. For
oh.
chat, a jack is a physical injury. So you go to swipe this thing off, unsure of what it is, just knowing that you don't want it on you anymore. And in doing so, you find a body and you push it off in a swift motion, but its claws drag into your back and pull down. And then you see on the ground this just like really puffed up orange cat. And it just goes, and then it like it looks at you with like this disdain that you've ruined what it was doing, and then its eyes drift off of you, and it starts looking around in the air, and then it goes onto the ground and starts like bapping the floor, and then tries to chase something that's not there.
As it runs away.
Having heard your screams, the counselors come in. They're like, "What?
Hey, whoa.
Whoa! What happened?"
I don't know. I think there was like, I don't know, Patty was telling me about the Sasquatch shows.
Oh.
And there's like something on my back and it bit me and it was orange and he said the puck won't ball.
Oh.
Hey, listen, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry about that, all right? I mean, what you just experienced was not a Sasquatch. If
And
it
she
was,
just lifts up
you know
her
it.
back. She just lifts up the back of her shirt to show like her completely scratched and messed up back.
Ow.
And just like covers Joey's eyes as well.
Double, it's like two hands. It's Joey's hand and Baron's hand.
And you just like see like the kind of exasperation from the counselors, even like behind the doubled hands. No, it's not a Sasquatch. It's not an irregular creature. That's
That's a cat.
almost as if on cue, there's just an orange fluff that darts past and then zigzags its way through the stalls and then stops and then goes back around. That's Screwball.
It looked like my neighbor's cat.
Look, no, never mind. I don't think we need to get into that right now.
Yeah,
No, they
Screwball
actually explained
is,
the whole thing. Like, it's perfectly simple to explain.
Yay, knowledge. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys about Screwball. Screwball just kind of showed up one day. He's been with the camp for a while. There's nothing in that brain, unfortunately. We like to think there's at least one screw bouncing around, but it's doing its best to fix a broken machine, it seems. You can put your hand back down now, Joey. You're good.
In there.
So if something happens to the barn, it's probably just Screwball. He's several screws loose.
Yeah. But he's having a ball.
Ha.
But like am I gonna die like the people in
No.
Roddy's stories?
No. He has all of his shots. He's
Tabitha
vaccinated.
was telling me about that one girl who like got bit by a
hand hook door. Yeah.
yeah, the hand hook door and how like the hand hooked a bunch of people and then they all died.
Joey,
I don't want to die.
is it happening? Am I getting too old? Am I getting too old to understand?
No, I know that one.
I don't.
Oh. Well, Joey kind of leans over and whispers, I'll show you some TikToks later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have Wi-Fi?
You guys have cell phones?
Done.
Wait, you have Wi-Fi?
You know what? This does seem like a good time for
She
lunch.
is completely fine
Mhm.
now. Wait.
Locked in.
Locked in.
You have cell phones?
Wi-Fi.
What?
No, we have like
No.
satellite pagers in case
Yeah.
of emergency.
You can text.
No?
Not quite. It's like a mobile fax. Do you
What's
know what a
that?
fax is?
You know, we do have to have some emergency equipment for, getting...
Emergencies?
Yeah.
Yes.
And like in a case of emergency, where would those things be?
With the admins and the counselors.
Which would be on your person, right?
Not generally.
Got it.
Right. Okay.
Well, what if an emergency happened out here?
Then we call in with the walkie so the admins can send out a notice.
Oh, okay.
But what if like the walkies aren't working?
They're hand cranked. Like I think they'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Oh, that's hand crank.
What are you?
My God, you guys are old.
Oh no, we're just.
Let's have lunch. Let's do lunch.
Yeah. Can we have lunch now?
Yeah. Joey kind of like tries to break things up. Baron, I brought your lunch. It's got your name on it this time. We were talking about that thing. I had Cookie try and make it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It doesn't have fish in it, right?
No,
Okay.
pork.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Everyone grab your lunch bags. Go ahead and spread out wherever you want in the barn. Don't let Screwball eat anything from your lunches.
Mhm.
And you watch as Joey kind of gets a little, does a little on the radios.
That was well done.
And Joey like holds up, the radio to his ear, gets blasted by the sound of it, pulls it farther away. Goes like, you handle lunch. I'll go handle that, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Tabitha goes up to Baron and is like,
Hmm?
I did not grab my lunch today.
Me neither.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No. Okay, it's in the bottom. Jensen, you take my lunch.
What?
You take my lunch. I'll get an extra.
I don't want to take your lunch.
You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Here, you can have Tabitha's lunch. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Tabitha, you can have my lunch. And I will just call. I'll call Joey to pick me up another one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go ahead and sit down. I'm missing drinks, so I'm gonna call him for some of those too.
What's in the lunches? Out of curiosity, as we begin to unpack them.
Yeah,
Yours?
What's in mine?
Straight up
just
Oreos.
Oreos.
Shout out.
Yours is confusing. I'll let James explain it.
So lunches generally, for those who are able to eat like the regular meal, is today like a turkey and cheese sandwich. Like lunches tend to be like stuff that can last from morning till afternoon with just being in like a cool spot. Today it's one of those few days where there's like actual meat in a sandwich. Like there's peanut butter and sunflower nut butter and jelly on most days because peanuts, camps can't do peanuts. Today it's turkey. Huzzah. For the vegan in the group, there is a confusing white bread sandwich with just a piece of lettuce and some red onion on it.
And then just a little like tub of like, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Yummers.
And a
Everyone
banana.
does have 2 Oreos in their bag today, though. However, Tabitha, when you are handed Baron's lunch, you have a sandwich just like everybody else, although it seems to have like a thin piece of like breaded pork in it, and then 3 Oreos.
3 Oreos moving up in the world.
It is a smaller portion than the other lunches, so it is like just like half a sandwich.
Nice.
I don't tell anyone about the other Oreos.
Okay,
That's
guys,
a little treat for me.
I know it's like one of the first times, but do remember for the future that we're not going to, Patty is not going to deliver your lunch to the cabins anymore. He's got other things to do, like hang out with us and have fun. So please, please, please remember to pick up your lunches from the mess hall. It's fine for today, but we need to make sure that we have them for next time. Yes, Dior.
Where did Joey go?
He went to go take care of something. I think the kids are breaking out into a fight in cabin 5.
Can we go?
No. If we make a crowd, it's only going to make things worse. We don't want to give attention to violence. He'll come back.
She turns to Robbie. If I give you my lettuce, will you give me your bread? I like just really need carbs right now. I'm like totally stressed.
Yeah, sure. I'll have a lettuce and then onion and then lettuce sandwich.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm glad you understand me.
I'll put some butter on it and be like, I'm at home. Here you go. Hands
you.
over the slices of bread.
Thank you. My mother never made these sandwiches like this.
I would hope that her sandwiches would be better.
I'm assuming your
frankly.
mother's never made anything. That's out of character, by the way.
I
But
love you, that guy, but technically that's not butter. So
Wait,
Um,
what is it then?
It's not.
we're going.
I just can't believe it.
Wait, you just say it's not?
No, Patty,
No, I
I'm
don't wanna
fucking
eat
serious.
snot.
I don't believe you.
it's not.
It's
All right.
not butter.
Butter.
What did they give me?
No, it's some. I'm sorry I did this. I'm gonna.
As our campers devolve into the rabbit hole of what is, I can't believe it's not butter. We pull away from the scene and aerial view. And that's where we end it for today. We will pick back up next week and see where camp goes from here. You know, you had a nice little time. You got to bond a little bit. You get to see some animals. We'll see where next week takes us. But with that being said, we're gonna go back around and we'll reintroduce everyone, and then we'll head out. Pfeffers,
It's me.
your stream, take it.
Hello, I'm Sir Pfeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table. We're in our off season right now, and we have the amazing DualMastersGuide with us, running the incredible Cabin 6 Summer Series. Tune in tomorrow as well for the other Summer Series campaign we got going on right now called Doom Scroll, ran by Ben Brainerd. Yeah, this has been amazing. I'm so very excited. I still think someone's cursed. I still think Robbie's cursed, and I want to follow up with that at some point. I'm loving Jensen. This has been all sorts of fun. I love that me and Elijah immediately were just like, no, yeah, we get it. we're already synced up here. Yeah, I'm having a blast. If you would like to get caught up, this will be on the YouTube. This is episode 1, but if you would like to get caught up on any of the other stuff, when we're on season, we'll be starting in August with 4 weekly streamed campaigns that I'll be DMing. And it is my absolute honor to have you guys here. Thank you so much again, everybody. I'm so excited. This show has already got the sauce, I can tell. Yeah, we're gonna do a raid in a second, so stick around. But for now, that's me. Let me throw it over to Cloudy Kate.
Hey y'all, my name is Kate. You can find me at the Cloudy Kate on any social media I am on. I am a cosplayer. I am a TTRPG player and a avid reader, hashtag book talk, I guess. I'm so honored to be back on Longshot RPG after being one of the OG players on Terraform Season 1 throwback. uh, I have 6 pages of notes from tonight, which has been a lot of fun. Most of them are just me judging other people in sparkly pink gel pen. Um, I took a lot of in-character notes tonight. It's been interesting. She's not mean, she's just rich, y'all. Thank you for everyone who said they don't like Dior for being a spoiled rich girl, because that just feels me. Yeah, I'm gonna popcorn it over to Faye.
Hello, I'm Faye. You can find me as Gothic Fairy or Gothic Fairy Cosplay on TikTok or Instagram. And on Start Playing, I have a campaign that I'm going to be setting up possibly for the summer as well if I have time. And if you're looking for a complete 2-season campaign that's just closed down a couple months ago, hop over to Madaloon's channel, where Hannah's currently on a campaign. We did a Dungeons and Demigods where Kiki and I were players on that. Go team.
team.
And I'll throw it over, speaking of, to Hannah.
It's me. I do stuff online, and it's Hannah
That's
Plays D&D.
line.
That's shit.
Huge of
Not to
truth.
be, not
you
to be
play
confused with Kiki
D&D?
does stuff.
Yeah,
I
so it was going
just
so
play
well.
D&D. Evidently, I don't just play D&D. I play Grin and other TTRPGs as well. You can find me on lots of different channels playing lots of different fun things. I recently did a one-shot with a whole bunch of fun creators with the TTRPG Teeth, where I did something called Night of the Hogman, which was over on the panic table. It was a lot of fun, and I basically just threw hordes of zombies at them and then said, go! That was a lot of fun, and I do that all the time. I'm currently on a Sunday campaign over also at Madeline's channel. Side note, they're for Critter Ward. Go check them out. Also for Dungeons and Demigods, which other people here. You should check them out. Really, really cool. And that's it. Popcorning it over to Andy.
Hi, I'm Puff. My name's. I did that for Fef and for Fef alone. I'm sorry. I'm Andy. I've been Patty O'Shaughnessy, and if you want to find more of me, you can look at me over on TikTok mainly, where I do little goofs and gags about D&D and other TTRPGs. But I'm also on Instagram, Blue Sky, all the places at ValveMax010. If you want to see me as a player, you can see me as Brash Briggs in Our Flag Means Doom over on Mr. Dandy DM's channel. And you can also see me as Zacchaeus P. Dunbar over on Star Progeny, a Lancer campaign that I guested in over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids. And then also you can find me right here in Bayonet as Pierce Ashwalker. This is very hard to do.
Oh, I got you.
So, thank you. Twins. But yeah, that's me, and I will pass it over to the illustrious, magnificent King Smiley.
Hey, hello. I am King Smiley. Call me King, call me Smiley. Like I said, you can find me here on Twitch, stuff like that. King Smiley with 2 Y's and an underscore. I'm slightly on hiatus, but I generally play games there, and I plan to do TTRPG stuff on there. I plan to run a TTRPG called Boyfriend Dungeon, but I'm going to make it in the style of Soul Eater.
Hey, yo.
Where the TTRPG allows you to become a weapon. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I once I have that settled up, please join. See what weapons people become and the traumas that I will awaken in them.
My Soul Eater OC is like
Yeah.
in the background, like it's been 10 years. Please, not again,
Please,
not again.
please.
But yeah, that's me. I play Elijah.
Nice.
Nice. I have had the honor of being one half of Dual Masters Guide today. My name is James. You can find me as Huggermuggard on the internet. And if you want to see more of my face this week, possibly more despondent and more on the receiving end of all of the bad vibes, you can find me at Pluto's Underworld on Wednesday evening, as I embody Aziza Zatara, the son of both Zatanna and John Constantine, who is having a rough go of it. I do say my spells backwards. Enjoy. And my love, Kiki.
Hi, I'm Kiki. I do stuff. You can find me all over the internet at Kiki does stuff or Kiki do stuff right here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, cosplayer, previous Longshot player of the summer series, now Longshot DM of a summer series. As mentioned previously before, both myself, Faye, and one of our guest players, Hannah, were in a series called Dungeons and Demigods, which is currently up for 2 crit awards. Please go check it out. Give it some votes. But aside from that, you could find me right here on Mondays, DMing alongside my wonderful other half, James, and hopefully giving trauma to these kids very soon, right after they've finally bonded and made friends, which is wonderful.
We'll wait till after lunch.
Yeah, we'll wait till after lunch. You know, you can't be traumatized on an empty stomach.
Where's my trauma? Where's my horror?
All right, princess, you sit down.
I've only got 2 happy
Don't
acoustic
tempt
songs
them.
on the entire track.
It's fine.
Don't worry, we won't need that
I've
much
been
longer.
given +9 draw. Don't tempt
Go ahead
them.
and delete them.
The audience hates you.
Hey,
Jesus,
audience,
Hannah,
what did you
Wait,
do?
wait a
Audience?
minute. What?
Dude.
Yeah, it's a thing. Audience, we will be swapping up the redeems next week because you're fucking wild, and that's too much. Too much. Wait, stop.
That was so
A likable
scary. I
character,
barely
apparently
even
not.
registered what you said.
Yeah, horrifying, especially in a game of Uno. So, with that being said, I'll pass it back off to Fef because I think that's all
me,
that
Fef.
we have to say.
Did we get everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we're gonna go kick it over here at Alt Haven, where Draconics, also an amazing member of Bayonet, is streaming some D&D over there. Everyone pile into this. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow.